It's getting nasty on a Wednesday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 202, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Right now, the Cardinals are up 2-0 on the Rockies in the bottom of the third at Busch Stadium as they try to earn a series win. It won't be a series sweep because, unfortunately, last night the offense did not show up, and the Cardinals fell to the Rockies 3-0. It was an ugly performance by the offense. They got 6 hits, but they ran into some double plays, and Kyle Freeland, who's not had a good year for Colorado. Kyle Freeland wound up having a good start last night. But really, the talking
that was
points,
Nolan Ryan on the bump last
apparently.
night.
The biggest storyline to come out of last night's game was that Matthew Liberatore, there's some discussion that the Cardinals could move Liberatore to the bullpen to better manage some of his innings. And the big reason for that is because through his first 17 starts this season, he had a 3.70 ERA. Over his last 5 starts, that ERA has jumped up to 5.95, and he's had no outing last more than 4 1/3 innings. The velo starts to drop over the starts. You saw it again last night where he started strong, and then by the time Oli Marmol went and got him, the velo was down. He's pitched a lot of innings, more so than he's ever had, and again, the discussion is whether or not you should move him to the bullpen to better manage the innings, or what you could do, and that this is another discussion the Cardinals are having, piggyback Kyle Leahy outings so that he can match up with Liberatore and you can get through his starts a little bit more efficiently.
Okay, so a couple of problems I have with all of this. One, it's not a problem. It's more of a compliment. Matthew Liberatore found his way to the rotation, and he's now pitched the most innings in his career. Congratulations to him.
Great.
He's earned it. Mm-hmm. Here's the problem I have, though, is if you move him to the bullpen, who becomes your starter?
Probably Leahy. Or they do the combined piggyback starts.
Take a piggyback start, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're losing a bullpen arm because you can't pitch Leahy 2-3 days at a time. If you're piggybacking him, Leahy's going every 5 days.
Right.
So now that's an arm in your bullpen you do not have.
That's a good point.
So what are you doing here? You're basically handcuffing yourself. You picked up this one wild card. I forget his name, Alcala or something like that. It's supposed to be like Ricky Vaughn, the wild thing, where he throws a nothing but heat, but you're just not quite sure where the heck it's going sometimes. Throw him in the rotation.
Works in the California Penal League, but maybe not in the major leagues.
Pretty close.
Yep.
But you've got to have somebody else that you just bring in, you make him a starter, and if you want to move Liberatore to the bullpen, you can. And you just give him some innings from time to time, whatever. But I don't like the idea of piggybacking Leahy and Liberatore together because you're losing a valuable arm out of your bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
And again, but all of this is centered around the Cardinals still wanting to try and win baseball games. If they're not, if they're just mailing it in, then fine. Then who cares? Then I really don't care. Say, okay, well, we're just going because Leahy might push for a starter's job. Next year, he can go 2-3 innings and see if we can get him to go 2-3, maybe 4 innings. Libby can go 2-3 innings. And
right.
There's our starter. We're missing a guy in the bullpen. Doesn't matter. Okay, fine. But on the surface, I don't like it. Just bring in somebody else.
We got like 2 or 3 more starts before September for him, at the most.
I don't know how many starts possibly for Liberatore.
Maybe 3.
2 or 3.
September. Just to end the month there.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's lined up to face Miami on August 18th, and then it would likely be the Rays on the 24th. 1, 2, 3, 4,
maybe
5.
3 starts.
Probably, and then start end of 3. I would say 3 starts.
So I mean, you could probably do what you said with Leahy and give him a break when you bring somebody up in September.
Mm-hmm.
If you choose to, if you get to that point where his velocity is down, he's pitched more innings than he ever has in his entire career, you don't want to hurt him. You don't want to overuse him. You want to save him from himself. And also, if you have plans on making it to the playoffs, if that's the ultimate goal, you're going to need him in the playoffs. So you're going to have to dial it back just a little bit for 2 to 3 more starts. And then you probably should bring someone up.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a few arms. You bring somebody up that can help relieve or alleviate some of that stress, some of that pressure that he's dealing with and you can have a 6-man rotation. Maybe you can figure, or have a spot start for somebody where he skips a turn in the rotation, so he does have, that break. And maybe it's in one of those 3 starts. Maybe you start Leahy as an opener and allow him to pitch 2 or 3 innings if he's able to, and give Liberatore a complete time that completely get that day off. So, I think there are ways around it if you want to keep him in the rotation and if you think that this team has what it takes to make it to the playoffs.
So Liberatore says that he feels fine physically. He has increased his workouts in between starts, but Marmol and pitching coach Dusty Blake did give Matthew Liberatore some extra rest around the All-Star break to help regain that velocity and help with his stamina. But it's clear that once he starts to get into the 3rd and 4th inning, that the mile per hours off his fastball start to drop. So he hit 95.4 miles per hour with his 4-seamer early last night. That's his highest velocity in an outing this season. So he starts off just fine. But by the 4th inning, that fastball goes from 95.4, let's say, which was what it was last night, to the low 92s. And you could see it from last night. The Rockies capitalized. I mean, Tovar had a hard single. Goodman followed up with that massive home run, which was the longest, by the way, at Busch Stadium in 2025. So he crushed that thing. The average velocity dropped to 93.6. So, again, it's not as if the Cardinals are trying to figure something out and they've got to make some tweaks. It is clear that Liberatore at this juncture just doesn't have the stamina to go 4 or 5 innings now. So it's just yet another thing that's on Oli Marmol's plate for 2025 to have to manage, but that is his job.
I just got disappointed and depressed. I looked up at the game. Not the Cardinals are winning, but look at that. Did you get a glimpse of that?
Oh, the red T-shirt giveaway?
Well, it would be better if it was. Those are actually.
Why do all those T-shirts have numbers on them?
No, those are actually seats.
What? No.
There is nobody there.
It's a day game, Carey. People are working.
Okay. It's nobody. Again, they do a great job of not panning out. I know I didn't mean to, steal the topic.
No.
Just take control. But what in the hell is that, man?
The TV crew, if I may,
a fantastic
peek behind
job.
the curtain here. Let's stay away from as many wide shots as possible. Let's zoom in on the green seats behind home plate. Oh, boy. That's a bad one. Yeah.
Somebody's going to get reprimanded.
That was a quick one, too.
Yep.
There is no one there.
Camera one.
There is it might be 10,000 people there.
Well, Carey's going to be real depressed now because the Rockies just added a run.
There's no one at the top. you can come on down.
Marshy,
you can come on down.
Yeah.
Marshy loves sitting
There's
at the top.
no one up top.
I did. When I went to the game a couple weeks ago and they played San Diego, I just showed up to the stadium and got a couple tickets.
I can count them.
Sat up top and enjoyed a nice breeze, nice sunset, a nice 3-1 loss. It was a great night for baseball.
In that view, it might have been 200 people.
You know what, though?
Am I exaggerating?
You don't know who's getting a drink and some concessions.
I know the number they're going to give me is the tickets that were paid for. That ain't the butts in the seats.
No.
That looks like what it looked like during COVID.
Yeah.
When they had the little mannequins,
I think
the
they
little
had
faces,
more
the little
cardboard
cardboards.
cutouts than what you're seeing there.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, judging by the attendance, you're not going to these games, and why should you?
Maybe we shouldn't talk about the Cardinals. What do you think? You want to talk some football?
We can, absolutely. But
they care about football in the city.
Yes, they do.
They care about hockey.
We do.
They care about soccer. Mm-hmm. We can talk soccer, Anthony. The other football.
How's City doing?
I haven't watched.
Right.
They do stand at every game, though. At least they're there. Damn it. They are there. Now, I don't know if they're winning or not. No, I don't think they are. But they do show up. It's electric in that stadium, Anthony.
I think they've been losing fans, too.
Have they?
Who's that?
I don't know.
City?
Yeah.
Oh,
Somebody
they're
say-
fans.
Some might say that it's based on whether or not you win.
That kind of matters.
Not everybody says it. Some people feel it's the reverse. Some say if the fans don't show up, then the team doesn't have to play hard.
Oh.
No,
We call
they
that
don't have
the-
to get players then.
We call that the Greg Amsinger take.
Speaking of that name, Mahomes Longbody text in. Take a look at that stadium. This is your fault. The team stinks for not showing up and paying for tickets.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you got to get down there. Are you going to see winning baseball? Probably not. But you need to get down there. Support the team, right, Jamie?
So here's where I'm at with this. Yes, you're right. But here's where I'm at with this. Is going to the ballpark is a fun experience. It is. But if you're the Cardinals, you're wanting people who cannot miss a game. Mm-hmm. Right now, that's not the case. Like, I look at the ballpark, and I've got great memories of every time I go. It's fun. You sit there, you chill, have a couple of beers, have a bite to eat. Whatever. But I'm not, like, foaming at the mouth to go down to the next game. Like, I will say that the year where Albert was back going for his 700 run and Waino and Yachty are doing their battery record that they had together, I wanted to go to more games. I wanted to see historic things. I wanted to see historic players. The Cardinals don't have those players anymore. Mm-hmm. They don't. They don't have a player that is like, man, must-see TV. And they're not winning. So it's fun to go to the ballpark, but I'm not like jonesing to go to every game.
Yeah, why would you?
It's my point.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree.
It is not priority 1, 2, or 3.
No, that was taken care of in the... No, actually, it wasn't. Couldn't get that one.
What would be priority 4, I wonder?
Right now for the Cardinals?
No, I wonder what it was.
I don't know. They probably
think
had
they
a few
had it.
different
Probably
ones.
trade Michaelis.
I don't think that was.
They weren't
I
gonna
don't
trade
think that was a
Michaelis.
priority.
No, it would have been a priority to try and get him to move his no trade clause.
Who are they going to bring in?
Who's going to trade for him?
That's my question.
We were so positive yesterday. Why do we have to be so negative
Carey?
today?
They lost.
So that we're going to do that.
They lost to a worst team in baseball, and they got
Hell
shut
yeah,
out.
we're doing it, Marshall.
Yeah.
There's only 2
Every
games.
day.
Fellas, there's only 2 games this year where the Rockies have won by means of a shutout.
Yeah.
Both those games against your Cardinals.
Oh, that can't be true.
He's saying they got a chance.
I'm sure they've had many a shutout.
But if people don't care, why should they, who cares? You know?
Yeah.
Marsh, I don't like
I don't
your
care
attitude.
about this team. They're so bad. Well, then why do you care if they got shut out yesterday?
Because they care.
I don't know. A wise man once said it's just one game out of 162.
Yeah, it's getting
It's
late.
true.
Early.
Why not us?
Where's that guy from?
Yeah.
Wichita,
Central
Kansas.
Michigan.
Yeah. All right, our media and fans are irrational about players' timeline for success. I was reading an article about Caleb Williams, and I was wondering to myself, like, boy, are we just completely irrational when it comes to number 1 picks, especially quarterbacks? That's next on 101 ESPN. Nootbaar just tacked on a home run, so the Cardinals got that run back that they gave up in the top of the fourth. So they're back up by 2 runs. They're up 3-1 at Busch Stadium. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Appreciate everybody listening. I was reading an article in The Athletic about Caleb Williams, and it was really centered on the book that ESPN writer and author Seth Wickersham wrote about Caleb Williams, and it was about quarterbacks and why that position is so difficult to grade and scout, and then what are some of the key components that make up a great quarterback. But there was a small little anecdote about Caleb Williams' first season, and I'll just read the paragraph. Wickersham didn't address much of Williams' first NFL year in the book, though he did a fact-checking exercise with Caleb in late January where he confirmed his father's anecdote that, yes, he complained to his dad about watching film by himself at Hallis Hall. So Caleb Williams was talking to his dad at one point and said, yeah, I'm watching film alone. At times, I'm not with anybody. Now, Caleb Williams came back out and said, yeah, look, I know how to watch film. It's all good. And Matt Eberflus, who's now with the Cowboys as defense coordinator, is like, he never watched film by himself. But it got me to thinking, like, if it was as bad as a lot of people are saying it was in Chicago last year in terms of, like, the structure for Caleb Williams. I'm not talking about, how many wide receivers he had or what the running game was or whatever. I'm talking about supporting a young quarterback.
Yeah.
As he's trying to transition from college ball to pro. If the structure was bad, he's essentially a rookie again then. In some ways. The experience is still valuable. But if he didn't get much help, Ben Johnson comes in. He's working now with still a pretty, raw lump of clay here. Mm-hmm. Got me to think about if we're irrational when it comes to high picks like this. Because a lot of people are like, well, some people are like, this is now or never for the Bears and Caleb Williams. Are you kidding me? It's his second season, his first year with Ben Johnson. There's a reason why they wound up getting that pick at one point, and it was because of the Carolina Panthers. But still, the Bears were in the vicinity of trading that, trading for that pick. I just wonder if we need to pump the brakes and stop saying, like, you're a first-round pick, you better have success right away.
Anthony, I've been saying it for 5 years now on the radio with you. More often than not, teams that have that first pick and they pick their franchise quarterback screw it up. Go back. There's only a handful that you're like, okay, so many of them screw it up. Whether they don't have a good supporting cast around the quarterback, they don't have a good offensive line, they don't have a good quarterbacks coach, offensive coordinator, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's a lack of support in so many ways for a lot of these number one picks. And so for Caleb Williams, I think you're right. Let's see what he can do under a good coaching staff that seems to be starting from the bottom with this guy, because obviously he's only got 1 year under his belt. And Ben Johnson is a very creative offensive mind, to say the least. He's going to have to understand his baby steps with Caleb Williams. Jared Goff at least had played in the league for a number of years and played under Sean McVay, so he kind of had a good little football brain as to how things are supposed to go. Caleb Williams hasn't played under anybody, for that matter.
Yeah. And Jared Goff's another great example of when he got to, unfortunately now L.A., with the Rams and Jeff Fisher, people were saying he was a bust right away. Mm-hmm. He was that bad. And in 1 year later with Sean McVay, he turned into an explosive top 10 quarterback, at least what we thought of at the time. So I think Jared Goff's another example of this.
Yeah, I think, first of all, Caleb Williams didn't play poorly last year. He had 3,500 yards, which is fifth most in Bears history for a season. Like, this is not an organization that has had stellar quarterback play throughout their entire history in that organization. He's a second-year player. He's going to have some bumps and bruises. He's going to make mistakes. And it is a new offense. It is a new offensive coordinator. It is a new head coach. All these things are different from what he went through last year. If he wasn't getting the coaching last year, then now you have hopefully this coaching staff is with him every step of the way. And what I think I think Ben Johnson he's demanding. I think he's going to be on Caleb Williams' butt like every single day. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. But sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes you need somebody that is holding your feet to the fire and holding you accountable and saying, this is what we expect from you. These are the things we need from you. And if you're not able to do that, we gotta get better. We gotta get better every single day. So I do think fans have irrational ideas or ideologies of how they think players should progress. Everybody's not the same. Jaden Daniels had an outstanding year last year. C.J. Stroud had an outstanding year the year before. That doesn't mean that Bryce Young can't play football. That doesn't mean that Caleb Williams can't play football. They are in different organizations, surrounded by different players, surrounded by different coaches, surrounded by different systems, and sometimes it takes players longer to learn. It doesn't mean that he's not going to be good. Peyton Manning stunk in his first year. He threw pick after pick after pick. Peyton Manning, in my opinion, you all know this, is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game.
Again.
Just my opinion. All right, you can do what you want to do. It's my opinion. Tom Brady was a 6th-round draft pick. They didn't even expect that guy to play football.
Yep.
And he's the second best quarterback to ever play the damn game. You know what I mean?
He's doing so
Drew
good,
Brees got injured. Nobody damn wanted him, right? So everybody grows and goes at their own pace and their own path. You have to give these players an opportunity. If you are a Bears fan or any college NFL fan and you want to write off Caleb Williams based off of what he did last year as a rookie, and you're like, this guy stinks, I don't think you understand football. I don't think you know what the hell you're talking about, because players have to be able to progress and grow and mature in the game. And so he's got a better offensive line in front of him. He took too many sacks last year. Some were of his own doing.
There's a problem at USC, too. I think that's
correct.
Yeah.
Some of them were his own doing, and some of them were the protection stunk.
Mm-hmm.
They were not. If you're getting hit in the middle, like up the middle by guard, center, guard, if you're getting hit there, you probably ain't got no chance in hell, because that's the shortest route to get to you.
Right.
So they upgraded at those positions. Hopefully it's better this year, and that's probably one of the things that Ben Johnson is harping on. You have to know where the ball needs to go. You have to get rid of the ball. You cannot take unnecessary sacks. It puts us back in the chains. It throws off the timing of the offense. It changes my play calls. Get rid of the damn football on time, on target, so we can continue to go forward. And those are the things you learn and you mature at as a quarterback.
What do you, Carey? What do you think, being in the league and you've been around some great quarterbacks? Obviously, you mentioned Peyton Manning. You were in Indy for a little bit, so you got to observe Peyton. A completely different style of quarterback. You got to Atlanta, it was Vic. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, you're in Pittsburgh and you're with Big Ben. I mean, those are 3 different quarterbacks.
Very different.
All
three
three different in terms of athleticism, preparation. I mean, everything. Did they have a common trait between the 3?
They knew. I think they all knew. Well, first of all, they all had a passion for the game. Like, they loved football. And I think Ben was more like a grunt, like, I don't give a damn if you hit me. You're not going to tackle me, 350-pound D-tackle. You're not. I'm strong as you. I'm big as you, and I'm going to find a way to deliver this ball downfield to Hines 5 seconds later after I shrugged you off. Mike Vick was one of the most freak athletes you've ever seen. To see it in person,
is Mike Vick one of the best athletes to ever play in the NFL?
I think so.
He's up there.
Like, we talk about Bo Jackson, okay, and I understand it. Bo Jackson was a mutant, okay? But he only ran the ball. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not, no disrespect to Bo Jackson. Randy Moss, he only caught the ball.
Yeah.
Michael Vick ran the ball, threw the ball 100 miles an hour. He was a big guy. I don't know, man. I think he might be the best overall athlete.
Yeah. Well, and actually, this plays more into your point. He was my size. Like, Michael Vick is. So I think he's dead. He's 6 foot. Mm-hmm. That's it. I'm 6 foot.
I thought he was bigger than that.
I stood. It shocked me.
Not.
Wow.
I'm even more impressed now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, like the point that you're trying to make.
I thought he was 6'2".
No, he was 6 foot. Because when I used to work the opposing locker rooms in Detroit, they came in one time and I was shocked. Like, I was the same height as Vic. Obviously,
wow.
He's
much
muscular.
faster.
The meat?
Yeah. Anthony.
Well, we don't know, right?
We never raced him.
Anthony.
I know he's got a better arm.
He's okay.
But he's lefty and I'm righty. It's different.
It's different. The spin's way different.
I would say probably much faster. He's much faster than me. Like he can roll. Just trust me on this one. I don't think you need to do
fine.
no
You
research.
know, Anthony in his prime.
Very true.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I don't like you dogging my
nothing
guy.
against-
Thank you, Jamie.
Nothing against
Yeah.
Anthony.
You know what? We'll go with Carey.
I mean,
You know what? I'll
Michael
settle this
Vick
debate.
was a football player.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I'll settle
with
this
Carey
debate.
now.
Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Michael Vick ain't watching old highlights of Anthony Stalter. Like Anthony Stalter watches old highlights of Michael Vick.
Yeah, no, it's a good point, Marsh. Yeah. All right, I defer.
Yeah,
Anyways,
So I
Vick's-
derailed that completely, guys. Sorry.
Well,
No,
Vick
I
was
think he is
just
one of the most
a God-given
athletic.
athlete that you've never seen. And Peyton was probably, I say this, Peyton and Troy were the two smartest players I've ever been around in my entire life. Like Troy Polamalu could tell you what play was coming based on down and distance, where the receiver was. That's why he was, and God talked to him. God would say, go.
Palomalo.
Yeah.
I
I
believe
have
that.
voices too, but I don't think it's God.
It was
Those
different.
voices telling you to do those things.
You're
definitely
off. You're off the
not
ice when you
God.
got those voices.
But Peyton I think the thing that makes them all the same is their love for the game and their willingness to find ways to win, no matter different styles, but that's what makes great players great. Like you have to have that innate ability to find a way to win, whether it's cerebral, whether it's physical, because you're physically gifted, whether it's just I'm going to grit my way through it. I think that's the one thing that they all had in common.
I also think too, and man, when you think of like Peyton, Brady, Mahomes, these guys that are obviously on a different level, a lot of them just process information quicker.
That too. And that's
Pre
part
and
of
post snap for Brady and Peyton was
that's
just
part
insane.
of that's part of being a quarterback. That's why we were talking about that Anthony Richardson play from a couple of weeks from
Right.
last week. It's the pre-snap determination. Like you have to have all of this information, and it's downloading intel as it's happening. Receiver going in motion. Okay, what's going on? Ball is snapped. Now what's taking place?
Yeah.
Like you have to know what's going on before the snap and after the snap, and you have to be able to do that in such a pace so quickly that you can get the ball to where it needs to go, get people blocked, and make sure that everybody is going in the right direction.
You know who does a great job at that? Justin Herbert.
Absolutely, which is one of the reasons why I like Justin Herbert and Carey can't stand him. Absolutely. All right, it's Fast 10 on 101 ESPN. It's great to be.
The Michigan Wolverine.
That's right. What's
was a
trending is
Wolverine.
next. No, he wasn't.
If you're in the market right now and you're looking to sell your home, maybe you're moving out of town, maybe you're moving up, maybe you're moving down, whatever it is, you're going to want to sell that home quickly, and you're going to want to sell it for the most money possible. That's why I recommend my friend Gloria Lou with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And Gloria Lou guarantees to sell your home for 100% of market value, or she'll pay you the difference. She's confident because she's been in the business for over 20 years, understands the market here in St. Louis, and she knows how to price your home accordingly to sell it for the most money and quickly. She's also got over 24,000 buyers in waiting, which means there's a large percentage that probably fall into the category that are looking to purchase your home. You want that advantage. That's why you have to call Gloria Lou. Please give her a call. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. Again, that number's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. But remember, Gloria and the seller must agree upon the sales price and possession date.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals look to win this series against the Rockies. They are in Game 3 of this 3-game set. The Cardinals currently lead the Rockies right now in the bottom of the 5th inning by a score of 5-2. We'll keep you updated on that one. We'll also talk with Brad Thompson following the game, so make sure you tune into that. But we have What's Trending coming up next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Topics in the sports world.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending, brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, it appears that we are all doom and gloom when it comes to our St. Louis Cardinals. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting today. I found something on ESPN.com. How happy are you as a fan? Find out your sports misery index score. Would you guys like to play the game with me?
Sure.
Let's do it.
All
I
right.
like games.
First question that this survey is asking us is to basically rate our misery score. So there's different categories. You have elated, you have pleasant, meh, flailing, and woeful. Where would you say, as a St. Louis sports fan, that us as a group that we can collectively agree upon? What category would
right
we
now?
Well,
Right
we're
now.
a team.
For the Cardinals or as a whole?
Well, so let's
Jamie?
decide. Do we want to just choose the Cardinals, or do we want to do St. Louis sports in general?
Let's do Cardinals and then Blues. So I think it changes.
Well,
Because
I
we
think
can-
it obviously changes.
Yeah.
We can pick all of them.
If we pick all of them, it's weird because right now there's not a whole lot to be positive about. And I really didn't think I'd be saying that the Blues drag us upward because of how they finished the season last year. I'm pretty optimistic that they're going to be a pretty good team.
Well, maybe then we fall into the category of meh, which is about average.
See,
we're
I'm
high on the Blues, but we're not high on the Cardinals.
I'm pleasant on the Blues. I am woeful on the Cardinals. Like,
Is that the last one?
Woeful is the worst one.
I don't know if I'm there. What's the second to last one?
what?
Flailing, which means some teams have it worse. It might take a minute to think of them, though. And then you have meh, feeling somewhat I can't even say this.
Ambiguous.
Ambivalent.
Ambivalent. You find yourself looking up at your rivals.
You're not meh. What is woeful again?
Woeful is the lowest of lows, Carey. We wouldn't wish this on anyone. Almost anyone.
Woeful. I'm woeful. I don't feel. I feel. I wouldn't want to be a Chicago White Sox fan. I might want to be a Rockies fan.
Yeah. No, you're not going to be a Rockies fan. Give me flailing.
Flailing?
Yeah.
Can we agree on flailing? We're just doing the Cardinals, correct?
Yeah.
What say you, Jamie?
We're just doing the Cardinals?
Yes.
We're just doing the Cardinals.
Meh.
Meh. Okay, so you're woeful, you're meh,
So I
you're
guess we
flailing.
are flailing.
Why don't we meet in the middle?
It's flail.
We'll go with flailing.
Yeah.
All right, that's great. That's 79-60. So now we're going to just type in those Cardinals and see what our score is. Here's a question. The Cardinals, tough couple years here, but hey, what a history. How long have you been a fan? 15 plus years, 5 to 15 or less than 5?
15 plus.
15 plus.
We'll go with 15 plus. All right. Let's see our results, gentlemen. As this little misery bot is calculating our misery rating.
Digibot?
Or,
Digibot is something different, Anthony.
Digibot can provide you with lots of different
Lot of
answers.
information.
A lot of information.
our misery score, gentlemen, is 44. We are meh. Our prediction was
There you
flailing,
go.
but it says you win some, you lose some. Isn't just a saying, it's pretty much your way of life. And I think that perfectly describes the Cardinals because they are so mid right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, not good with it, but I can get on board with that description. Sure.
Can you?
Yeah, because I do think that there is reason to be optimistic now that they have direction.
I mean, okay. I thought we were just counting this season and the years previous. I can't see into the future, Anthony. I can't.
What is it? No, I can't either. But isn't this part of it? Looking ahead. They were doing that with the Blues.
Yeah, they gave you something to look ahead to.
They did. I'm at least just saying from a direction standpoint. To me, if Mo was coming back next year and it's going to be the same thing, I would have been right there with you, Carey.
I don't blame Mo. I don't blame Oli.
You blame the DeWitts.
I just blame. It's just baseball, Anthony. It's just baseball.
Well, that's what happened last night. A lot of the Cardinals had really high exit velos, but they just didn't score. That's just baseball, right?
Not to Jamie, no.
Gotcha.
I hate that answer.
Yeah.
The passion.
Cardinals, by the way, up 5-2 now.
Yes.
Alec Burleson touched some seeds. So Newt touched some seeds. Burleson touched some seeds. Burleson had a 2-run shot in the bottom of the
Burley
fifth
today.
inning. Did you?
Yeah.
I had Newt.
So.
I saw that. In the
Yeah, I
text
saw
chain.
yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Marshy and I didn't get that text.
Yeah, we weren't in the
We were texting
text
each
thread.
other.
Well, Marshy, in
in
all
that
fairness,
group
it was
chat.
at 9 a.m. the text was.
Who says that I wasn't up at 9 a.m.?
Marshy.
Life.
What?
Come on.
Life.
What?
I'm just, Marshy, come on now.
I was not up at 9 a.m. That doesn't mean that I don't wake up early on other days.
Yeah.
On other days, of course. All right, let's move on to one of Anthony's favorite teams. That is the Atlanta Falcons. And those Falcons, Anthony, they're
Pretty
scrappy.
fighting.
Yeah, they are fighting.
Yeah.
Literally.
Michael Penix decided to talk some trash to the Titans after throwing a touchdown pass today in the joint practices. And apparently he wound up on the ground, but his teammates came in and beat the living hell out of a couple of Titans players. So that's good, right?
That's good.
Teams that fight together stay together.
I never heard that one. But if somebody's going after your quarterback, or if your quarterback is going after them, even if he's wrong, he's your quarterback, and you protect him. Yes, that is the rule. So I like it. I like the little feistiness. I like a quarterback that don't mind mixing it up. Now, don't get your hands involved or your shoulder, or don't get slammed, because you're not. I know you might think you're a big dog. You ain't. You ain't. And so stay out of unnecessary madness or
The
scuffles.
quarterback?
Yeah.
I want him in there.
Nah.
Yeah, I
He
do.
was.
Here's a couple reasons I want my quarterback in there. One, gives me a reason to come in and kick someone's ass because they're messing with my quarterback. Two, I want to feel like he's in the battle with me. Now I'm going to grab him after and tell him, hey, dude, you don't need to be doing that anymore.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
But initially, come on. It's just like when I first broke into the league, you had a guy that's a 25, 35 goal scorer. And let's say you get hit from behind and that guy comes firing in and fights a guy.
You're ready to go.
You know that he's not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
You know? And so, I remember doing something similar. There was a game where Tony Twist got hit by Rene Courbet, this little sawed-off French guy from the Avalanche. He got kind of hit Twister cheap. Well, he knows Twister's not going to fight him because, it's way out of his... So I came in and I obliged. And I told him, you can't hit him like that. I'm like, no, just because you know he won't turn and beat the crap out of you because you're way below his weight class doesn't mean you get to take
I
advantage.
will.
I'm your Huckleberry. So, yeah, my quarterback, get in there. Just once. Got a mask on, got a helmet. Everything's fine,
You're not worried about. So here's the thing, Jamie.
He's wearing pads.
He's wearing pads, he got helmets, probably with a mouth guard in. Come on.
So this is the issue that I've always had with football players, and I think it's the dumbest thing. You all have helmets, but your face is still exposed, right? You can punch someone in the face.
Oh, yeah, you can.
So you might get helmet, but chances are you're going to get some face, right?
Yeah.
You're going to hit someone in the face. Football players tend to, which I think is the dumbest thing in the world, punch
into the
people
helmet.
in their helmet and face mask.
I know.
I've never understood why. I'd rip it off, punch him
Grab
in.
hold of it, shake his head.
Shake
around
his
a little
head.
bit.
You could do that. You can rip it off.
Call
Hit
that
him with
walking the dog.
Hit him with a hook to the ribs. Those are more important.
Just don't hit him with his helmet.
I
Don't
mean,
swing a helmet.
technically, Depending on what's said, you might swing a helmet.
You know, in those
I got no issue,
I have no issue with that.
Depending
that
on
specific time. Myles Garrett throwing a
sometimes,
Fine.
Yeah.
But
you swing it
in
in
those
people in the
practice
head.
games or whatever, those combined team scrimmages, what they do. If I take out off and smack a guy, the NFL can't find me, can they?
No, they don't find you.
See?
I don't think so. I think they were trying to
I'd be
start
carrying an extra helmet with me.
finding people or players for the inter-squad scrimmages. Because it gets a little crazy.
My favorite joint practice moment, you guys probably remember this. It was DeAndre Hopkins and D'Angelo Hall were chirping back and forth, and DeAndre Hopkins then lines up and literally broke D'Angelo Hall's ankles.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Oh my gosh! You need
It
to
was
in the break. Look it up. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
It was Hall with Washington, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah. You're talking about DeAndre Hopkins. Now all I can think about is Andre Johnson and Cortland Finnegan fighting
that was
during the
good,
game.
Too. Yeah. He was upset.
I thought you guys would like this quote from Michael Penix. He said he kind of blacked out. Somebody else was out there, he said. Wasn't him. It's his body.
That is a great excuse. I mean, it might work.
It wasn't me.
Make her
That was definitely you.
commit a crime.
I don't remember it.
I wasn't there.
Yep.
That worked for Will Ferrell.
It certainly did. Yeah.
Like they tell you in a deposition. I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Your lawyer will tell you in deposition. Anything that you don't want to answer, just don't remember, don't recall. I don't recall it going that way.
You said this that I misremember.
I don't recall hitting the neighbor in the head with a shovel. I don't
Yeah.
recall that. I recall him falling onto said shovel.
Sure. Yeah.
Anthony, no, you were there.
You know, Shovels and I don't always get along.
That's what I said. Gave Anthony the shovel. He hit it.
Yep. I took care of that shovel.
Here, get rid of this.
Technically, it was 2. Is Oli Marmol a lock to be the manager in 2026 and beyond? Marsh put this on our topic grid to piss you off. That's next on 101 ESPN.
I'm sure the DeWitts will have some say in it, and I'm sure Heim will as well. But Oli signed for next year. I would assume he's going to get that opportunity, and I think he'll have a bright future. I think he's a really good manager. I think he's really good in the clubhouse, and I think players respect him. My gut is I hope he's the manager here for a long time. Obviously, I'm a huge advocate for him, and I truly believe he does a great job, and I think his future is going to be wonderful.
Cardinals president of baseball operations, John Mozeliak, who earlier today joined TMA and discussed Oli Marmol and whether or not he's going to be the manager in the future. Kind of a rough game here for Ivan Herrera.
Tom in left field.
In left field.
He almost tore a groin.
Yeah, he almost did the splits there, trying to field the ball in left.
It hit him, fell down, he missed it, he fell again. Poor guy.
Golly, he's like, what the
fast lane are we doing here?
Cardinals up 5-3, top 7, but the Rockies now have a runner at second base.
I was like, who the hell is that in the outfield?
Yeah, I didn't know who it was at first
either. He had the
either.
wristbands on. I was like, did we pick up Tom?
Yeah, you thought for a second it might have been. No, it's just Ivan Herrera, the catcher, playing in the outfield. Actually, the DH in the outfield. So Marsh dug up a tweet from a Cardinals fan named Sean. He says, I'm dying, man. Cardinals have the blank roster of any team in contention with 0 offense, 0 proven pitching outside of Gray, a 680 team OPS versus lefties, a -20 run differential, 58 and 63. No meaningful coach experience in a front office in turmoil. Oli might actually be him. I don't know if he means like.
No, him is when you say.
I got you.
Older generation, Marsh.
I got you.
When you say you're him,
it means you're special.
It means you're that guy.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, Anthony?
Well,
he might be him.
As we know, I can't read. So,
Timothy. Some people say.
Reading it quickly like that. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Anyways, is Oli a lock? Is Oli a lock to be the manager in 2026?
Yeah. The DeWitts aren't going to pay Oli to sit at home. Like, let's be honest.
Bless you,
Carey. That had some volume to it.
Did.
My goodness.
Excuse me.
Did you throw a rib out?
I don't know.
Okay. I just
Good timing on that.
I think that we good? No, not
He's
yet.
going to keep going.
Just keep going.
Power through it.
All right.
Jamie, he'll be fine.
No, I want Carey to talk while he's doing this. Okay. I think John Mozeliak's right. He's got one more year on the contract. What would Oli have done? What is Oli doing this year that makes you believe like he can't do it again next year as far as a manager?
Mm-hmm.
And who out there do you think is going to move the needle so much that the Cardinals go from what they are right now to a team that is a pennant contender?
Do you want me to say it like I'm Lisa or
Skip
somebody
Schumacher.
Cardinals fan?
I
Well,
know.
Albert. Yachty.
Again,
Skip.
super smart, intelligent baseball people, Yachty and Albert Pujols. I'm not saying they couldn't do the job, but they've never done the job at any level. The World Baseball Classic doesn't count for me because it's a very small number of games. It's not 162 games. But could they do it? Maybe. But is that what you're doing? You're putting Yachty in the dugout with this team? I don't know if Yachty takes the job. He might wait till all of a sudden you got Weatherholt, Matthews, Liam O'Brien. You get all the guys that are actually in the majors. Yachty might then come knocking and be like, okay, I think it's time now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Yachty to be the catcher for this damn team.
Why? What's wrong? Carey?
I would love to see it. I think he still got it in him.
Some people are saying Don Mattingly.
Okay, but what's Don Mattingly going to do with this team?
I mean,
like I'm just.
Just
it's
to
not
let
like there's a Bill Belichick of baseball sitting out there right now.
not available. He's just in Texas.
You know?
Just to let you know, like Dodgers fans eventually grew tired of Don Mattingly. Miami fans grew at some point, every fan base starts to hate their manager outside of, again, Bruce Bochy, who probably was disliked in San Diego. Like
everybody, it runs its course for everyone.
So from a baseball perspective, on-field perspective, what is the best course of action? And then from a business side of things, what is the best course of action? Because Carey brought it up at the beginning of the show. There are 0 people I mean, there's a few, but there's not a lot of people going to these games anymore. Not a lot of people are interested in Cardinals baseball.
Do you think the manager moves the needle? I mean,
I don't know.
Albert and Yachty would move the needle slightly for a little bit, but even that, like, after a while, they're not playing anymore. So what are you doing? You're going down to catch a glimpse of them, maybe if there's a pitching change?
Maybe people are reinvigorated because these
serious.
guys are people that they fell in love with, that they trust, that they believe could somehow get this team above the hump. Now, there's other people out there that believe that Oli Marmol is the right guy for that. I'm just saying, from business perspective, what do you think is the right call?
I don't look. From a business perspective, it's bringing in Yachty or Albert. If you want to generate excitement from the fan base,
former Cardinal,
especially this fan base, it's Albert, it's Yachty. So if you want to do that,
Matt Holliday, take your pick of
former Cardinal great that comes in and the fan base wants him. So from Marsh, if you ask from a business standpoint, generating buzz, it's one of those names. If you actually want to become a World Series contender again, I hate to break it to everybody, you're going to have to get better talent. You already know this, but we get down these manager conversations, and it's like, what do you think he's going to do? Do you guys all think you love Dave Roberts? You love his in-game management? Carey thought he was sleeping in the dugout the other night.
I don't think he was asleep.
Dave Roberts half asleep.
Dave Roberts told the media that he gets handed the lineup card from management.
Do you think Dave Roberts is some sort of managerial genius, or does he have the best talent? The only guy that I have seen, Carey, two guys that have consistently given their team an advantage in the postseason is Tony La Russa and Bruce Bochy. In my lifetime.
Yeah.
Two guys, not 1 year.
Dusty Baker.
Not two. Dusty Baker always got the most out of his players as well. Bit of a grinder on the bullpen at times, but nonetheless an excellent and outstanding manager as well.
We got a text here from the 870. It says, Jamie, you know that Albert and Yachty would move the needle because they're not going to take this job unless they have a big say in making this team a whole lot better. That's the difference. They will not be yes, sir, boys. They will not be pushed around and bullied just like Tony wasn't. Do you think the DeWitts are going to care at all that Yachty wants to go get, I don't know, Kyle Schwarber for $26 million a year?
Yeah.
They're going to say, okay, Yachty, that's great. Thanks. Get back in the clubhouse. Get back in the clubhouse. Nah, I'm crazy. I'm Yachty. I'll beat you up. That's great. Back in the clubhouse. Goodbye. It's not like it used to be.
Yeah.
Even that ownership, like La Russa and Walt Jocketty, it's well known they had so many battles, verbal altercations, all that stuff. And Tony didn't always get his way.
Well, and players weren't making the same amount of money.
Players weren't making the same money.
Back then.
And I believe ownership was different, too, at the time. As the DeWitts, when did the DeWitts come in?
Oh, late 90s, mid-90s.
Okay, so they had a little bit of...
There's a crossover.
There's a crossover there. But to think that Albert and Yachty are going to just march in and tell the DeWitts and tell Chaim Bloom who's making the team, who they're paying... That's not happening. It's not. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that. But I just don't see that happening.
Well, I think we've seen pushback from Oli Marmol in some of his comments. He's sort of giving us breadcrumbs as to, some insight into what his mind is thinking and what the front office is thinking. But at the end of the day, he doesn't make those decisions. Would he have wanted to probably move on from Eric Fedde a little bit quicker? Probably
Miles Michaelis, too.
The word's not probably.
I don't think it matters.
The word is certainly.
I think you said it best. I don't think it matters who the manager is. I think Oli is getting the most he can with the roster that he has. Like, if you started the season and somebody told you got to pitch Eric Fedde and Miles Michaelis every fifth day, okay. Like, and last year, same thing with Kyle Gibson and Lance Lynn. Those guys were 1 and 3, I think, in hits allowed and home runs allowed coming into that year. Like, that's not a recipe for success. And the year before, you had to pitch Adam Wainwright every fifth day, and he was struggling mightily. Like, you're talking about a manager that is doing the best with what he can. We can start with the rotation. Like, this is what you have. And then you talk about the position players. You got too many guys that aren't. Anthony, you say it every day. You got guys that are good at one thing and not the other thing, and those guys got to play every day. You don't have complete players on a roster. You don't have a complete pitching staff. Your bullpen is good, but they're going to be used up year after year because your starters aren't able to go enough innings. So you're looking at a manager, in my opinion, that is probably coaching his butt off every single night. And you're micromanaging every single decision. If it doesn't work, you're like, oh, that was a terrible idea. Oh, that was a great idea. Like, in my opinion, there is not a coach or a manager that is going to come in and fix this and make this a 90 to 100 win team just because they're managing the games. I don't think that that's possible with this roster. We heard Lisa talk about Skip Schumacher. Miami Marlins are a better team than they were last year, are they not? They look better. They're playing better. That team stunk last year. The Miami Marlins are trying to fight their way into a playoff spot. They're a couple of games right behind you, St. Louis Cardinals. So I don't know what the notion of, oh, there's a team out there or there's a coach out there that can make this team. No, it's not. No, you're not. You're not. You're not going to make this team better until you have better players on the team, or the players that are on the team actually play better.
Yep.
You don't need better players. You just need the players that you got to play better and be more consistent.
Well, they can do both.
You can.
Get better players and those players play better.
I don't think they will.
That'd be nice.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
All right.
No. So
Okay.
quit asking.
All right. Is Jim Montgomery the model modern-day head coach? We'll get to that next on 101 ESPN. So me attacking Miles Michaelis the other night on Underdog, man, didn't pan out well. But you know what? It's a new day, and baseball, there's plenty more action tonight. And Underdog Champions game ready to go. Fastest growing sports game apps. I've told you about this for a while now. Underdog, it's a lot of fun to play. Their app, you can just check it out. It's got over 100,000 five-star reviews. Millions of users are winning. They're playing it all the time, especially here in Missouri. And their website is fantastic too. You may prefer the website, in fact, but either way, whether you play via the Underdog app or on their website, you pick a couple of players. You can go from 2 up to 10 if you want. If you feel like you got great insight on a certain matchup, just choose a couple of players, decide whether or not they're going to go higher or lower on their stats, like home runs, strikeouts, total bases. There's all kinds of innings pitched they have, in fact. That's it. If your entry is correct, you can turn $1 into 1,000 just by getting a few picks right. So download the Underdog app, sign up with my promo code Anthony to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, that promo code is Anthony with Underdog. Must be 18 plus and present. Missouri. Terms apply. See underdogfantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org. Last night on 101 ESPN, is Jim Montgomery the model modern-day head coach? Well, he was on the Empty Netters podcast, and he was talking about having certain communication with players. And what he said, I thought, was quite interesting and goes to show you how much we love Jim Montgomery. This is, again, what he said on Empty Netters podcast.
Talk about the NHL, let's talk about Pasta. He flourished in Boston, and I had to learn how to deal with him. I remember, and what I mean by this is we got off to that great start, and I remember we might have been 12 games in, and Pasta had like 20 points in our first 10 games.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and, he started off slow, and I remember after 10 minutes into the game, I kind of barked at him at the end because he likes to sit in the corner of the bench, and I barked at him. And then the next day, I asked him, you didn't seem right. He was just honest. He goes, I don't like it when you bark at me on the bench. I'm like, okay. And we met each other halfway. And it was like, if you're not playing well, I'm going to wait till you slide down the bench. Now, don't sit in your corner, slide down the bench so I can talk to you and whisper in your ear. And just simple communication like that allows you to grow in a relationship, and it's no different than your relationship as brothers, it's amazing. And you see it. It doesn't matter if you're talking to captains. You can't expect players to know what you want unless you communicate to them. Mm-hmm. And I just think being able to communicate not only what you want, but listen to what they want. People want to be heard. They want to be respected. And I think that's the easiest way to get respect.
So obviously, he's talking about when he says Pasta, he's talking about David Pastrnak. Most of you know that, but for those that don't, that's who he's referring to. And of course, Monty was head coach for the Boston Bruins for the last couple of years until, fortunately, they let him go and allowed the Blues to get him. But guys, when we talk about quote unquote modern day players, and this is going on for a while now, it's the why. A lot of players now they want to know the why. Jamie, you've often talked about this. Carey, I'm sure is the same thing when you were playing. There wasn't a lot of why. It was do what you're told, shut your mouth, and do it how we do it here. But now there's, I think, more communication between players and coaches or players and managers. How difficult is it to strike a balance like Jim Montgomery has between it's still I'm still the leader here. It's still going to be my vision, yet you also have say because I want you to buy in. There's got to be that delicate balance between the player and the coach.
Yeah, it's just called good leadership, honestly. And gone are the days of when I had coaches and Carey, some of the coaches you had of just being yelled at the whole time, never really told what you can do different, just told what you're doing wrong. And then when you don't play, not really told why you're not playing, you just grind it into the ground even more until you figure it out, and hopefully you figure it out. Gone are those days. Mm-hmm. They just are. So for Monty, for coaches like John Cooper and Bruce Cassidy and other guys around the league, it's just business. It's very matter of fact. Monty is a guy can go whistling through the locker room, see you out of the corner of his eye and be like, hey, man, I saw that play in the second period last night. We had the puck along the wall. We don't want to force that to the middle. Mm-hmm. Back down into the corner. Let's live to fight another day. That was a bad play. And just keep walking.
True.
And we're done here. Yeah. Or call you into the video room. Hey, look at this, what we're talking about. When you weren't happy with me, telling you what to do on that play, or you didn't like the way I called you out. Well, here's why, though. And what were you seeing? Mm-hmm. And the player's like, well, I saw it differently, but now that I see the play on the video, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, and then that's it. We're done here. Give the information, supply the player, the athlete, with the solution to set, or at least maybe sometimes even multiple solutions to the problem. Yeah. And then just keep the feet moving. That's what I always say. This is how I run my companies. I keep the feet moving. Come over, sort something out. Hey, let's do better over here. Okay, we got this going on over here. Let's move that stuff there. All right, thank you. And just keep the feet moving. Mm. I'm not mean, but I'm not their best friend, but I'm there. It's the way it is. And Monty, that's the way he operates. I think it's the perfect way to be a CEO / head coach of an organization or team.
Yeah, I think the best, you have to understand, first of all, that every player is different, right? And I think great coaches understand that. The one guy you can cuss up and down the sideline, on the bench, on the field. Like, you can go after him, and he's going to be like, yes, sir, I got you. And he's going to respond. And then there's some of them that the moment you do that, they're done for the day.
Yeah.
Like, they are in the tank and want to crawl inside a hole, and you're not going to get them back until you talk to them in a way. And it's not coddling, but it is it's not coddling, but it's making sure that you just have to know how to talk to each player. And I think great coaches are capable of doing that, how to motivate them, how to, give them a kick in the butt when they need it, and how to give them a pat on the shoulder when they need it. And sometimes you can do that. One player may need both, depending on the situation. So I think great coaches and great leaders understand that and are able to move in that direction. And that's part of being coaching. That's part of being a coach. That's part of that culture, understanding how to get the most out of your players in those moments. And I thought that was great audio. I mean, he understood. Okay, well, all right, you don't like it when I yell at you. All right, well, scoot your butt down here, because I got to tell you what I got to tell you.
Right.
The message.
Don't hide from me.
The message is still going to be the same, but how I deliver it can be different. So, you can still be critical of a player and still get your point across, but maybe shouting it and being confrontational doesn't feel good to some players. Maybe they need more of an intimate setting where, hey, tell me what you got to tell me, Coach. I want to get better. I don't want to make the same mistake.
Yeah.
But when you're yelling at me, and it might not be that player is soft. That player might want to fight you. Like, he might take you yelling at him from the other end of the benches. Oh, you want to fight? Oh, okay, cool. Now I want to fight you. I don't want to hear what you have to say. But if you bring him closer, hey, that wasn't good enough. I need you to do this. And he's like, okay, Coach, I got you. Mm-hmm. So it is just managing personalities, which is part of coaching as well. It's not just X's and O's. It's, well, this guy's a little bat bleep crazy. If I yell at him from down there, he might want to choke me out. Hey, come here. Let me tell you what I need to tell you. So managing those personalities and being able to get the most out of it.
Yeah, and one last thing I'll say on this before we put a bow on it is, Jim Montgomery is one of the coaches in the league, and I mentioned other guys too. They're not afraid to learn from their players, too. So he brings up David Pastrnak in Boston, and they're talking about that specific situation. But I've talked to Monty before, and there were certain things on the power play that David Pastrnak wanted to do differently. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, they didn't see eye to eye. And then finally Monty's like, yeah, you know what? Let's freaking try it. Mm-hmm. Let's try it. And it was successful. He said, okay. So I just learned from the player. And you can learn from a player because the player is in the battle. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, especially if it's a first or second year guy, sometimes like, okay, pump the brakes, kid. But if it's a leader on your team, a difference maker, or somebody who's just been around a long time that sees the game differently, those are good, challenging moments for the coach and the player.
Yeah. Well, and to your point, too, when we had him on last season, he talked about Matthew Joseph.
Yep.
Yeah. Matthew Joseph went up to him and said, hey, I think I can be beneficial on the penalty kill. And so he gives him that opportunity. Now it's up to the player. If the player is going to live up to the expectation that he set for himself, well, then now the coach can judge him based on that. And if he's not living up to expectations, well, then at least the player knows, okay, at least I had an opportunity, and he can't make that excuse, well, the coach never gave me the opportunity. I think that's also plays into that as well.
I agree.
Cardinals up 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th right now at Busch Stadium. They're trying to hang on to earn a series victory. We will chat with Brad Thompson at some point following the game, but we got Bet the Board next.
Circus Sports, they're doing their thing right now, and they have launched the Circus Sports Illinois app. Super easy to find. You can check it out on their website or any app store for that matter. And one thing about the Circa Sports Illinois app is they've got the best odds of any app that is out there. You can download all the other apps and you can compare. And like I'm looking at the slate here today, and I like the Phillies. They're at minus 131 on the money line. I like the Phillies a lot. The Reds put it to them last night. I think there's a bounce back there. You can find that over on Circa Sports Illinois on the app as you scroll through it. They've got great lines on all their futures bets as well. We just talked about the money line. They got tight money line splits, and obviously with the better odds, you get bigger payouts. They've got high betting limits too, which is great for some people. And it's just an awesome app that's very user friendly. That, again, gives you the best odds out there. So please don't miss out on any of the action. Download Bet Like a Pro with your Circa Sports Illinois app today, and don't miss out on any of the excitement. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Time to play Bet the Board. And as Marsh likes to tell us all every single day, we stink. What's our latest standings, Marsh?
All right, Anthony, you, Jamie, and myself are all tied up at 4.
Let's go,
in
baby.
the month of August. Carey is on a 6-game slide right now. He has 2 points.
Wow. Carey. Thank you for your donations.
So wait, Marsh, were we all tied yesterday? I thought Jamie and I were tied.
We were.
You were. You two
We were one
ended up-
behind Marshy yesterday.
Oh, we're one behind
yeah,
Marsh.
one
That's
behind
right.
me.
Okay, for some reason, never mind. Got it.
My team did not get the amount of runs that I needed, and so I did not get a point.
Got it. So is Jamie now, it's back to him, right? Because he won last month?
That should be Marshy. He was in the
No,
lead.
I'm still,
Marshy
I'm
was
still
still
up.
there.
Got it.
Marshy.
So it's Marsh, Jamie, me, CD?
Yes.
Got it. All right.
Yep. I'm going to go with Shohei Ohtani as he is pitching today against his former team. Give me Shohei Ohtani 6+ strikeouts at -110.
Pretty good call. Pretty good call. I just talked about it during the break. I'm going to go on the money line today. The Phillies over the Reds. It's -131.
I was all expected for Jamie to take the play that I wanted,
The Mariners?
but he did not. I want to take the Toronto Blue Jays again.
No,
Kevin Gossman.
I don't think they're going to be able to go back to back.
Blue Jays -132.
I see it.
Give me the Mariners. -150.
You're welcome.
I was hoping.
I thought about it with Logan Gilbert on the bump.
Did. I'm glad you didn't. But it doesn't matter. Month's over for me.
Oh, here we
No,
go.
Carey, you still got the old parlay.
It's over.
You're ready to rock.
6 down in a row. Can't buy a win, as they say.
You're only 2 down in the standings, though.
That's terrible.
Shows you how bad we are. I actually looked, so I thought you were going to take the Blue Jays, Jamie. I looked at it, the Angels plus 2.5 tonight, even though it's against the Dodgers and the Shohei. Plus 2.5 is still minus 142.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that, where you can get 2.5 runs and have it be below minus 150. Now, I know it's Shohei, but the Angels have actually won 5 straight against the Dodgers.
Wow.
5 straight dating back to September of 2024. The Angels have won 5 straight. Check out the
Did the Angels beat them last night?
They won 7-6 over them last night.
Because Shohei hit a bomb in the 9th inning, did he not?
He enjoyed triple play, too.
I saw that. But he also...
The Angels scored 1 in the 9th, 1 in extras.
So what is, I guess that money line would probably be a good thing to maybe latch yourself upon.
To the Angels?
Yeah.
I mean, if you like that stretch run there.
Now they'll probably end up getting smoked tonight. Plus 167.
They have not scored. The Angels have not scored fewer than 6 runs in a game against the Dodgers over that span.
We should have took the over then, huh?
That's incredible.
Kyle Hendricks pitching for the Angels, so it's probably a loss considering he's not pitching against the Cardinals.
Well, you never know. You never know. That Kyle Hendricks, he can be crafty. He's a crafty veteran pitcher, Marsh. You know that. Cardinals up right now, 5-4 on the Rockies. Jojo Romero is in right now trying to lock things down, trying to get a save. These Rockies will not go away, unfortunately. They've been a little pesky to the Cardinals this season. Carey, I'm surprised you didn't go with the Rockies
I
in
didn't
any of
think
these
about
games.
I thought about it.
Yeah,
But
especially here in the...
right now?
In the 9th.
Let's see, they're plus 600 on the money line.
The value you're getting.
Nah. If I was betting my money, maybe. But no.
But not for Bet the Board. When there's no money available.
Hell no. No reward there.
You're right. There really isn't.
No punishment either.
No. Yeah. No, thank you. Again, we will talk to Brad Thompson at some point immediately following the game. So we'll get a hold of BT, who is on the call for FanDuel Sports Network. With Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. Are the Brewers hurting the owner's chances to get a salary cap? You can take this one of 2 ways. We'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN.
All right, have you ever thought about purchasing farmland? Well, probably not. I never thought about it either. But apparently people who are really smart are investing in farmland. Those people, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, you ever heard of them? I have. They invest in U.S. farmland. The biggest reason is the steady returns and the long-term growth of said farmland. And there's tremendous stability as well. And the appreciation from year to year is there as well. And then you don't have to endure some of those crazy mornings where you turn on the TV or fire up the computer and you're checking out the stock market and your heart is racing. Don't do that. Buy into the farmland. Again, steady returns, long-term growth. Those are key things. And if you're going to do that, you call AgVest, because for 14 years they've been helping lead financial institutions manage over $900 million in farmland. They're licensed in 10 states. And if you own farmland, you also give AgVest a call. They can maximize the value of your land with full-service management, from sourcing and diligence to rent and tenant selection. And all you have to do for all of that amazing stuff is call AgVest founder Chris Bronner at 618-520-7022. Again, that's 618-520-7022. Or you can always visit agvestadvisors.com. Remember, buy land. They're not making it anymore.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals now trail the Rockies in the top of the ninth inning. Hunter Goodman hits a two-run home run. The Rockies now lead. Cardinals will have an opportunity to tie and or win this game in the bottom of the ninth. We'll keep you updated on that one. But coming up next, we're going to dive into another NL Central team, the Milwaukee Brewers, and if they are hurting the owner's chance to get a salary cap. That's coming up next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Every sport has its challenges from an economic standpoint, but when you look at currently, how baseball is set up, it really is a lot of disparity. Now, you're seeing one of the hottest teams in baseball, Milwaukee Brewers, which is a small market team, having success. So it doesn't mean you can't do it, but it's just doing it in a way that's just very. You almost have to have everything line up perfectly. Whereas in other sports where you see a floor and a cap, there tends to be, a little bit more of a traditional alignment of, everybody really has a chance just depending on how well you run.
That was John Mozeliak earlier today on TMA right here on 101 ESPN. You can listen to the entirety of that interview at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire Notice Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. By the way, Cardinals are now trailing the Rockies 6-5. Jojo Romero gives up a home run to Goodman. Straight center. And now they're trailing 6-5. It's a 2-run shot. Son, you guys, the Rockies just kind of hung around in this game. I didn't feel great when they had made it 5-4 in the top of the 7th. Didn't feel good. Now I know why. Didn't feel right. So the Cardinals are in danger once again of losing a series to the Rockies. A loss would get them back to 500, would drop them to 500.
Why not us?
Oh, wow.
Carey, there's still a lot of ball game left.
How long were you sitting on that
I
one?
just thought about it.
You know what? If we would have done bet the board right now, I guarantee you Jamie would have picked the Cardinals money line. He likes to do that. Pick teams in the 9th inning when they're trailing.
He does.
By more runs than this. Got to be 4 or 5.
Not enough runs. The Rockies have been hitting the ball hard off the Cardinals all day. Like the exit velo has been outstanding by the Rockies. I don't know what that means for
Nobody does.
But they've been hitting the ball pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
All day. And they've just been hanging around, like you said, Anthony.
Yeah. Marsh.
Yes.
You had a thought about the Brewers, excuse me, and
You get choked up.
I get
watching
choked up.
Pedro Paez
I get
throw
choked
a ball
up.
to second base.
Well, I get choked up talking about why the Cardinals aren't in first place like the Brewers. Marsh, you had a thought about the Brewers potentially because of the way they're playing, the fact they don't pay anybody, they got a low budget, that maybe they could hurt the owner's chance of landing a salary cap.
Yeah, you heard Mo mention them in the audio that we bounced back with, and we had the conversation, maybe it was a week or two ago, about the Brewers saving baseball, and if they could save baseball. That was some audio that Cameron Maben, he said something similar on Foul Territory. You know, if the Brewers end up going far in the postseason, and we know that right now there's a little dispute between Major League Baseball, the owners, the players, all that good stuff. If the Brewers end up going far in the postseason or even win the World Series, does that notion in itself give the players leverage because the Brewers aren't a team that spends a lot of money, and so the players can look at the owners and say, well, we don't need a salary cap. This team's doing really well. They don't spend a lot of money. It is possible. Why do we need a salary cap?
Right.
There is parity in baseball. One of the teams that has a salary that is lower than a lot of the other teams, they've managed to go deep in the playoffs. They managed to have the best record in baseball.
One of the teams. Okay. Yeah.
All I need is one.
No.
That's my it's my evidence that it is possible. That's what the Players Association is going to say. It can be done. You need a salary cap.
No, that's what the owners are going to say. The players, here's the thing. If the owners are smart, they just say, hey, listen, we don't want a salary cap. We don't.
The owners?
Hear me out. If the owners are smart, here's what they say. We don't want a salary cap. We're going to keep the luxury tax where it's at. Okay? So the players, and then the players are smart. They say, okay, fine. Leave that luxury tax right there. But we would like a salary floor. So we don't want a cap. We got to have this loose-looking cap as it is, this luxury tax. There's only a couple of fish that can swim in those waters. And even when they do, they don't like to do it for an extended period of time because it's just bad business. So you got this soft cap luxury tax, but if you're the players now, you push for the salary floor. And that's where you'll find out really where the owners' alliances are. Because the teams that are spending, like even the Cardinals included, they don't care about a salary floor. Because they're never at risk of not reaching said goal. And the players, if they're smart, have to realize the top 3% of the league are the only guys that are making the big money. That's it. Everybody else is making middle-of-the-road money for that sport, of course. And a lot of guys are making the below the average as well. And it stays that way because the Pirates and the Marlins and you name your team, there's no floor. So it's like a little game that they play. Our payroll's $27 million. Doesn't matter because the Dodgers and the Red Sox and the Mets and the revenue sharing is going to bring us back to being in the black every year, so we have to worry about it. So the players got to push in to get the salary floor, leave the luxury tax. So the owners think they do still have a salary cap, but at least then more of your players, as the MLBPA should know, more of your players will be making larger sums of money because the bottom feeders can't just pay them scraps anymore.
Right.
Even if they want to be terrible, they at least have to pay market value for a certain player. Mm-hmm. And that's where you'll end up with your compromise a little bit because the owners still have this luxury tax in place. And then the players get a salary floor as well to make sure that some of the lower end guys get paid a little bit more money. But the big guys, the top 3%, are going to have to be willing to instruct the union to do that because it's always the big dogs that they're the ones that move the needle, and they don't care. Oddly enough, it's weird. They don't care about the little guy at all, as long as the numbers are big up top. And to me, that's the biggest mistake that the union makes all the time.
I got to be honest, Jamie, and I'm sorry for calling you out on this, but what experience do you have to even be talking about this?
2 lockouts, for that matter, that I went through personally.
Because you're absolutely right. I mean,
lost a whole season, but that's the only way you can do it. Now, the owners will probably say, no, we don't want a salary floor. Well, then why the hell would we give you a salary cap if for the players? Why? Because we still have the luxury tax that's in place. And if I'm the players, I may be fighting back at that saying we want the luxury tax removed then. Yeah. If you won't put a floor in, we want the luxury tax gone. Now we're really in for a battle. Mm-hmm. So
you're right.
To say that the Milwaukee Brewers, are screwing things up, I don't believe that to be true. I think they're a nice story. I think that every year you have one team that's a mid to lower payroll team that makes a little bit of noise and people get excited. But when you look across baseball in general, at the top of almost every division is teams that are spending money. At the Blue Jays, the Red Sox, the Yankees in that division. Now, the AL Central is probably one that brings the median down, per se. But, the Astros are spending money. The Rangers are spending money. The Phillies, the Mets, the Braves are spending money. They're not having a good season, but they're spending money. So more often than not, the teams that are at the top are spending the money.
So let's move away from the salary cap, salary floor, all that stuff, but go back to what Mo said. And I thought the 314 brought up an interesting question. 314 says, please evaluate the Cardinals based on Mozeliak's statement that you just played on air. Is he admitting that he didn't do his job? And what Mo said is that you basically have to be a smart organization if you are not going to spend a bunch of money.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's what his intention was, but to the texter's point, yes. Because we can sit here, and we should talk about the DeWitts. We've talked about him before. Mo has bosses. Mo can't. I've said this before, so I apologize for being redundant, but I don't know one president or GM that doesn't want to sign the best players available. I haven't met one that's like, yeah, you know what? Give me the crap. And we'll make it work.
Sometimes they don't know the crap from good.
That's fair.
But overall, they don't want the crap.
Right. But every GM wants to have a blank check. They do. They want to have a blank check. So the DeWitts having that budget in place, that's on them. Now, Mo does have an operating, he still got some money. It's not like he was the Pirates.
No.
GM of the Pirates, here, we're not going to give you anything. And Mo wasn't effective with the budget he had. Not all the time, but over the last X amount of years.
Your job is to scour through and find the players that are good enough to play.
Yeah.
Where you don't, if you do with the budget that you have. And if it's thrift shopping or whatever you want to call it, you have to be able to make the most out of what you have. And if you're and that's what the Brewers are doing.
Yeah.
They're not spending a lot, but they're finding players that can play the game at a high level. And that's why I continue to say, you can talk about the managers, you can talk about, it's about the players. The players have to perform. And the front office does have to go out and find those diamonds in the rough. Like, you have to be able to find a guy that is not going to be paid a lot, but man, this guy can ball. Why isn't we lucked up? Everyone else missed out on him. We found him, and he's balling, and we don't have to pay him a lot of money. Now, eventually you will if you keep him, but whether that comes from developing, like scouting, drafting, developing, or that comes from free agency where a guy might not be high on other people's lists, you value that player and say, the hell with what everyone else is thinking. And I think I can take this to, like, this also goes with, like, in my opinion, what I saw in recruiting, like high school football recruiting. Like, a lot of people, why doesn't he have any offers? Can he play? Can you look at a play? You watch film all day. Can he play? Then why the hell do you care if a bunch of people aren't offering him? Mm-hmm. Do you think he's good? That's all that matters. If you value what you see from a player, he doesn't have to be a player that's going to get $400, $300, $200 million. If you can pay him $50 over 5 years and he can ball, why wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. Because you understand what you're looking at. And I think that's the problem with some people. They're unable to really evaluate talent. Everybody knows Shohei's good. Yeah, you stepped out on a limb on that one. But when you can evaluate a guy that is not of that talent or that not of that level and still bring value to your team, that's when you're in the middle of it and you're doing a really good job. Those are the guys that get contract extensions and stay in their place for a long time.
Cardinals lose today to the Rockies. They blow it at 9th. We'll get Brad Thompson's thoughts on that next on 101 ESPN. Auto Centers Nissan Herculaneum, they've got over 1,000 vehicles all in one massive location. If you've ever been out to their dealership, you, I'm sure, have been impressed because they've got new vehicles. They've got brand new Pathfinders and Rogues and Muranos, and driving a Murano right now from Auto Centers Nissan. I love it. It's sleek. It's black on black, man. It looks good. And right now you could get 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down and no payments for 3 months on 2025 Muranos, 2025 Pathfinders, and 2025 Rogues. They are all built in the USA. They're priced to move with massive dealer discounts, all courtesy of Auto Centers. And if you're shopping used, they've got you covered there too. They got 0 down, no payments for 3 months on a huge quality, huge lineup of quality pre-owned vehicles. And plus, every new Nissan comes with their exclusive lifetime warranty and the 30-day return promise. And again, that's only at Auto Centers Nissan. Check them out online at autocentersnissan.com. Tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan.
hanging with Brad Thompson on 101 ESPN.
Hanging breaking ball from Brad Thompson. And boy, does he get a swing on it. Lift and separate and see you later.
Hanging with BT is sponsored by St. Luke's, ranked top 2% in the nation for cardiac surgery by Health Grades. Visit stlukes-stl.com.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers and Anthony Stalter. Let's head to the Collier and Thompson phone line where we are going to talk to our guy, Brad Thompson, who was on the call there for FanDuel Sports Network. And BT, that one was deflating. I don't know how you feel, but one of the worst losses in ever, Bob. That's where I'm gonna put it.
Did it feel like that, Anthony, from the 101 ESPN studios?
Yeah, a little bit.
Deflating.
Like I said, I don't know how it felt from the press box.
Yeah, no, I was watching from a little bit closer. Didn't feel great. That stinks, man. You know, Chip and I were talking about near the end of the game as Victor Vodnik was about to close it out. Just the oddity of baseball, right? Because you win 2 series this season against the Dodgers, and then you drop 2 series against the Colorado Rockies, who are trying to not hit a historic mark of losing 121 or more games like we saw the White Sox do a year ago. So it's just, that stunk. And especially in a game where, like last night, they were not able to figure out Kyle Freeland. Just lefties, we know they've had their issues with in general. Couldn't get anything going against him. Freeland got outs galore on the ground. But they did seem to have an answer for former Cardinal Austin Gomber, right? Gomber ends up going 5 in this one, gave up 5 runs, a pair of home runs. Newt got him. Burley got him in the 5th inning, that 2-run shot. When Burley hit it, you're like, all right, here we go. The boys are going to roll. And then they did not roll. The Rockies ended up scoring in 5 of the next 6 innings. It was a nice wild card for their manager, Warren Schaefer, to play. Goodman, their all-star, Hunter Goodman, was on the bench today. They pulled him out and hit that 2-run shot off of JoJo, who just wasn't sharp. So perfect storm for the Rockies. And Anthony, deflating sounds good. That was fair enough.
I thought about using disheartening or devastating, but it just felt like too much. Yeah, devastating's too far. That's too far. For when you play 162 games, devastating's too far. I'll give you disheartening on a given day. But, that's why you live to play another day. But when you're in a race right now in the wild card standings, every game matters, right, at this point. So one that slipped away and a team that we all know, like the Rockies are a historically bad team. Like that's just kind of is what it is. So disappointing that it slipped away.
BT, I'm going to go back to last game, Matthew Liberatore. And we've talked about it here on the show quite a bit. And I've been impressed with the young man all year. And he's in foreign territory right now. The most innings he's ever pitched at the major league level and maybe ever. I'm not sure. I have to do a real deep dive on the numbers there. But what's the best way, do you think, the Cardinals handle this? There's a lot of suggestions out there. They're talking about piggybacking Leahy on Liberatore days and things like that. You're a former pitcher. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the piggyback option could be one for sure. You could stretch out Leahy a little bit more and see what he did. I think that you can do that. And it is the most innings he's pitched in a big league season, to your point. I think he's creeping up on maybe the second most innings he's thrown as a professional. I think he's got it right around like high 130s, 140, somewhere around there a couple of years ago. But I think that the way that you keep going about it is you keep running them out there. What was promising, and I understand the frustration on his behalf, and he talked about it last night. He said it's one of the toughest things he's gone through in his career because he's throwing, 94, 95 early, and then that velocity ends up dipping on him at the end. What was promising, though, was last night the velo dip happened after about 65, 70 pitches. The start prior, it happened after about 40, where he was going from like 95 to 89. So you're seeing a little bit of progress there in that. So he's healthy. The arm is good. I think that without breaking down his biomechanics, I don't think it's an arm issue. I think it's probably a lower half. It's probably a sequencing issue. Maybe later in the game he's starting to lose the legs a little bit. I don't know if it's that back hip, that drive, if he's keeping the front side closed or not long enough to create that tension. Whatever it is, they'll dig into it. But the hope is that incrementally he continues to go deeper and deeper into games. And I think from a coaching standpoint and from a managerial standpoint, when you're watching your starter, you're just keeping the eye on those tells. You still need him to go out there every 5 or 6 days, depending on how the schedule lays. You still need him to continue to add innings to his workload so he is even more ready for tomorrow, as they believe, or tomorrow, the next season, as they believe he'll be a mainstay in this rotation. But you manage accordingly. If he starts losing it early, you've got to go to your bullpen, and maybe that option could be potentially a Leahy and a piggyback. The only thing that you kind of worry about there, even though you've had some other guys emerge, is that Leahy's been such a great go-to guy for you in big spots where you have a win. Sometimes having that guy in a piggyback situation, you use a guy like Leahy if you're down early. You don't really love to use him in a spot like that.
BT, I will use the word frustrating, devastating. There are many adjectives to describe what we just saw today. They are only 4.5 games out of the third place in the wild card. At times, it feels like it's much more than that, though. What do you think this team needs to do, other than being more consistent, to maybe make a run at that third wild card spot?
No, it's simple, right? Since the All-Star break, and I don't have the numbers in front of me with today's 5 runs added, but going into action yesterday at the very least, since the All-Star break, offensively, they are scoring the least amount of runs per game in baseball. So the offense has got to be able to step up. Got to be able to hit with runners in scoring position. We all know that the issues that they had with that a year ago. Now, they've been far better this year. 0 for 9, though, yesterday in the ball game with runners in scoring position. 1 for 5, I believe, in the ball game today. So the offense is going to have to be a huge part of that. They got to figure out ways to get big hits. They're not just going to be a home run hitting team all of a sudden. You're not just going to slug out of nowhere, although a little slug would go a long way for this club because they really do lack it. And the starting pitching, like those are the 2 keys. If you're truly going to make a run, starting pitching has to solidify. You have to have more starts. I thought it was a good start today by McGreevy. He gives you 6, gives up 3. It's a quality start. That should be plenty. And usually would be plenty if a rare hiccup didn't happen for Jojo Romero late in this game. But those are the 2 keys. Your bullpen today with Standing has been really, really good. But those other 2 enormous pieces of your ball club are going to have to step up down the stretch.
Chatting with Brad Thompson here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. BT, you just mentioned the offense and the struggles, and I was looking at them really since July 1st before the show, and the numbers aren't great at all. And I think they're like 27th in a couple of key metrics. Why do you think that is? Why do you think the offense has completely fallen off? Okay, day-to-day, scoring the 5, but what specifically do you think has led to the offensive woes?
Well, I think that for some of this, and I think that the specifics are probably different to each guy, right? Like every guy ends up going through some things. I think that for some of your young guys, you have pitchers that are figuring them out a little bit more. Maybe you have some guys that are tiring. I think that there are also times when you're struggling as an offense, and this will happen to a young club for sure. And I think that we saw it in the ball game yesterday a lot against Kyle Freeland, that you start getting out of your game plan. You start getting a little jumpy because you want to make things happen instead of just trusting it and letting it come to you. Look, this is an offense that early on, I mean, potentially with the pieces that they have, you could say they overperformed early on, but I certainly don't think this offense is as bad as some of the numbers they've been putting up in the second half. So I don't have that one specific reason. I just know this. It's going to have to be for the offense and for every individual, regardless of their position on the team. It's going to have to be about the process. Like, is the work good every day? Is the approach good? Is the homework that you're putting in gonna get you in a position where you're able to ace the test? And if they continue to put in that work, you hope that they see positive results. But there's going to be some volatility in an offense that is among the youngest in baseball. I think as far as hitters go, I think that the Cardinals maybe are the second youngest offensive core in all of baseball. I know they're the 4th youngest overall roster. When you have that, man, you're going to have some ups and downs.
BT, I was listening to the broadcast, you and Chip, the other day, and Miles Michaelis had an outstanding performance, 5 1/3 of no-hit ball. But you all gave a stat that was really mind-blowing. He's at 195 starts, and in 107 of those, he's received 2 or less runs of support. How is that possible for Miles Michaelis?
CD, I told Chip on the ball game, you're probably listening. I go, hey, if those stats were for somebody on the other team, I would say it's pretty obvious his teammates hate him. Like that is 100%. Like
just like they hated Jacob deGrom. Remember with the Mets? They hated that guy.
Couldn't stand him. Golly, dude, I don't know. And his teammates, by the way, just for the record, everybody loves Miles. He's great. He's a great leader. He's great in the clubhouse. But boy, they are not great offensively behind him. It is mind-boggling those numbers that you brought up, Carey, and for a pitcher, as much as you're supposed to control what you can control, and as much as you're supposed to focus on the next pitch and the task at hand, when you have a sample size like that of 107 starts where they have given you 2 runs or less in support, boy, it's hard not to think of it as soon as you find yourself in a 2-0 hole. And when you start doing that, maybe you end up being a little bit too fine. That would have been a very deflating one had you not been able to do anything about that, pull that one out in that ball game. Glad they were able to do that for Miles, for this club. But, boy, that is a tough one for Miles Michaelis. I don't get it.
BT, as you know, the text line is very informative, and they do deep dives on several different things regarding the sports world and world in general. Well, the 618 wants to know if you know that there is a pitcher in Springfield named Brant Thompson, and any relation.
I gotta be totally honest with you. I did not know that there is a pitcher in Springfield by the name of Brant Thompson. I'd have to assume if there is any relation, one, somebody's got some splaining to do. Two,
I was going to say, how old are you now?
Two, he probably's got a good sinker, pitches to contact, and just looking it up here, old Brant is having himself a decent year. He's pitched at 3 levels right now. So, look, go get him, Brant, and let the family name do its thing.
There you go. Looking forward to watching Brant Thompson next year. BT, we appreciate it, especially following a tough loss like that you join us. So hopefully next week things are better, and we'll chat with you again.
Yeah, hey, this is baseball, right? You win some, you lose some, but we show up every day. That's how you get paid in this business.
Good call.
Good point.
Yep, really good call. Mm-hmm. All right, BT, we'll be good. We'll see you, buddy.
All right, gentlemen. See you next week.
Later. It's Brad Thompson, FanDuel Sports Network, 2006 World Series champ. All right, we got the Gauntlet next. We got round 3 with Matt here on 101 ESPN.
Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter back with you. I want to talk about my guy Stewie from Stewart's American Mortgage Corporation. Let's talk about Stewie the guy, first of all. One, he loves helping people out. He's a very devoted person with his clients, his customers, his family. Stewie showed up at the hospital to see me after my surgery. That very next day, showed up, wanted to make sure I was doing okay, brought me a book, The History of Hockey Jerseys, wanted to make sure he brought something. But that just told me something about Stewie. And he's like that. He prides himself on that old school customer service. He's going to call you when rates drop. If you qualify for refinancing, you can throw in the bag of loan there. But Stewie cares about his clients, and he certainly cares about his friends.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know what's great, too? He hands the same phone number out to our listeners as he gave to us. It's his personal cell phone number. That's the thing with Stewie. He wants to give everybody that old school customer service feel. So you're not just pressing buttons or having to go online and growing frustrated. He wants you to actually talk to not only somebody, but him within his office. So if you've got a loan question, if you have a refi question, if you've been struggling with debt, whatever that may be, give Stewie a call. He's seen it all, and he can help. 314-324-4440 is that personal cell phone number.
Again, 314-324-4440.
If you missed the number that either Jamie just handed out or me, you can always Google the bag alone.
NMLS number 226715.
categories, one challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
406, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome in Matt again for a third straight show. What's up, Matt?
Not a lot. How you doing?
Doing all right, man. Appreciate you coming back here.
Got to.
Sound like you're on the road.
Oh, yeah, I'm on.
Matt, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm headed home from work.
All right.
So Marsh, Carey, you guys are eliminated.
Thanks
Matt,
for reminding me.
Sorry. Matt, you got either Jamie or me. Who would you like?
I'll take Mr. Stalter.
All right. Good luck, Matt.
Anthony
Good luck to you.
Stalter. No, doesn't work.
All right. Matt, Anthony's making his way to the Cone of Silence, which is actually pretty busy today. Mike Ryder in there, T-Bone in there. While he's doing that, tell my guy Marshy to spin the wheel, please.
Spin that wheel, Marshy.
All right, Matt, you've gotten random 2 days in a row. Are you hoping for random again or something different?
Whatever he's the weakest at is what I'll take.
Well, he's not weak at this one.
Must be hockey.
It's hockey, my friend.
Yep, he's good at that one.
He's been real solid.
The streak is over.
You don't know that. You never know. Every dog has its day, and who knows? Today might be Anthony's day where he's off his game a little bit. So, just a reminder. So, go ahead, Matt.
I just haven't seen many off days on hockey for him.
Well, you're right. Well, today, again, as you know, 4 questions, each worth 2 points. If you use the option, then they're only worth 1 point. Wrong answer gets you nothing, and a tie gets you a tiebreaker. And we will have a winner no matter what here in the Gauntlet today. Matt, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Again, the category's hockey. Question number 1. Which Blues goaltender recorded the most assists of any goalie in franchise history?
Grant Fuhr. Final.
Okay, thank you.
Question number 2. Against which team do the Blues have their highest points percentage in franchise history?
Let me get those options.
Is it the Anaheim Ducks, the Vegas Golden Knights, or the Seattle Kraken?
Let's go, no. Anaheim Ducks. Final answer.
Question number 3. Before Dalibor Dvorsky, who was the last Blue to wear number 54?
Oh, my gosh. Options.
Options are Mackenzie McEachern, Dakota Joshua, or Hugh McGing.
Well, let me take Hugh. Final answer.
All right, last question here. Question number 4. Which player set the Blues record for the best plus-minus in a season, finishing at a plus 52?
Bernie Fedorko. Final answer.
All right. Get our guy Anthony back in here.
He's right there.
That was ugly.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. Even me as the hockey guy.
No, Anthony's the hockey guy.
Well, yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. He's the hockey god.
Yeah. Thank you.
By the way, Anthony figured out by now it's been hockey.
Okay.
How's Cone of Silence? Busy in there today.
Yeah, we got T-Bone. We got Ryder.
Yeah.
Talking spread zone. New one drops. Yeah, new one drops later. Me, Tim McKernan,
You're a
Riz.
busy guy. Fast lanes,
might have
spread
already
zone,
dropped.
Gridiron guys.
Talked to NFL win totals.
Ooh.
What?
Really? Man, take
Maybe
that.
not gridiron guys.
No?
Nah.
All right, Anthony, category's hockey.
Let's do it.
Anthony, pack a lunch.
All right.
There you go. Question number 1. Which Blues goaltender recorded the most assists of any goalie in franchise history?
Well, you're going to give me some likely suspects, so it's just a matter of picking which one would be high in that list, no?
Probably, yeah.
Jamie, you always teach me to go with the first gut feel here, so I'm gonna go Cujo. I'm gonna go Curtis Joseph. I feel like he's got just a slew of records, so why not have assist be one of them?
Hey, at least you have a process.
Final answer.
Sorry, Curtis Joseph. Final answer.
Oh. I was waiting on Mark to go.
No, it's okay,
he was talking.
Carey.
I got confused. Against which team do the Blues have their highest points percentage in franchise history?
Highest point percentage?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the options.
Anaheim Ducks, Vegas Golden Knights, or Seattle Kraken?
Highest point percentage.
Ask me what that means. I just read the questions, Anthony.
It means their highest winning percentage.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be Vegas. And they've played limited game. They played limited games against Vegas, but Vegas has been good. They've played way more games against Anaheim, so I would think process elimination it would be Seattle. It'd be the Kraken because they've had good success and they haven't played them a lot. So, Kraken. Final answer.
Question number 3. Before Dalibor Dvorsky, or as you like to call him, Anthony, Dusty Dvorak.
Yeah. Played at Oklahoma and now on the Blues.
Before
Did some
Dalibor,
ESPN mixed in too.
So before Dalibor Dvorsky, who was the last Blue to wear number 54?
Options.
Options are Mackenzie McEachern, Dakota Joshua, or Hugh McGing.
I think it was Dakota Joshua, 154. I think wasn't McEachern in like the 20s? Hugh McGing, you made up. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Poor Hugh.
Poor Hugh. I'll go Dakota Joshua. Final answer.
All right, last question, Anthony. Which player set the Blues record for plus minus in a season, finishing at plus 52?
Did you give me a position there?
No, player.
Okay. Your attitude.
I don't like you trying to weasel the answers.
Can I have the question again, please?
Yeah, which player set the Blues record for the best plus minus in a season? In that season, he finished plus 52.
The Blues have had some great players, guys.
Mm-hmm.
How about we narrow down that list to 3?
Okay. Was it Al McInnes, Chris Pronger, or Paul Cavallini?
I got to go with Paul Cavallini, don't I? The old Stalter elimination.
The Flying Cavallini?
Yeah, let's go with the Flying Cavallini. Final answer.
All right. All right, let's go over this. Let's start right there, actually. Which player set the Blues record for the best plus minus in the season, finishing with plus 52? Matt went with Bernie Federko.
Yeah.
It was not an option, however, a great player.
Yes. I was kind of expecting to hear Bernie there.
Anthony took the options, and although he had 2 Hall of Famers in Al McInnes and Chris Pronger, he chose
the outlier.
Cavallini, the outlier. Answer is...
Yes, Chris Pronger.
Chris Pronger. The year he won NHL MVP.
That makes sense.
Just putting it out
The
there.
old outlier blew up in my face that time.
Yeah. All right, let's go. We're going to work backwards. Question 3. Before Dusty Dvorak / Dalibor Dvorsky, who was the last Blue to wear number 54? Matt took the options and took the made-up player, Hugh McGing, who was not a made-up player, by the way.
I was kidding.
That's how you got Justin Falk.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
No,
I
that
thought
was Dominic Bach.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's okay.
Different made-up player.
Kind of. Anthony, you took the options and took Dakota Joshua. The old number 54 was worn by who?
Dakota Joshua.
Dakota Joshua. Anthony up 1-0. Let's go to question 2. A little confusing question, but against which team do the Blues have their highest points percentage / winning percentage in franchise history? Matt took the option and said the Anaheim Ducks. Let's remember the Anaheim Ducks were really, really bad for a really long time. Anthony chose the Seattle Kraken because, well, they haven't played them a lot. Pretty good success. You know, that's where I'm going with it. Answer is
Seattle Kraken.
the Seattle Kraken. Anthony up 2-0. Heading into the final question.
This is the goaltender one.
Which Blues goaltender recorded the most assists of any goalie in franchise history? Neither of you chose the options on this. You both have different answers. Matt said Grant Fuhr,
Yeah.
who we know had lots of assists.
Uh-huh.
Now, did he have them with the Blues? Lots of assists for Grant Fuhr. Anthony, you chose Curtis Joseph, a fan favorite for many, many years here in St. Louis. Seemed like an obvious choice for you. He said, yeah, Jamie, he's going to blame me for this. Jamie, you always tell me, just go with my gut, right?
Yeah. Yep. No, I'm not going to blame you.
Fuhr or Cujo? Answer is?
It's Curtis Joseph.
Oh, Matt.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose. Good job, Anthony.
Thank you, Matt.
Matt said when we got hockey, he's like, I don't really like this. Anthony's really good at hockey. I don't really like this. And then as soon as we're done with it, he said, I really, really don't like this now.
Yeah. That one was tough.
Anthony got you 4 cob here today, Matt. Sorry, buddy.
That was ugly.
Yeah.
Hey, but Matt, nice run, though. Either way, nice run, man. Thanks for listening. Thanks for playing.
All right, thanks. Have a good one. Good evening, guys.
See you later, buddy.
Thank
Have
you.
a good one.
Anthony, I'm proud of you, man. You
Thank you.
avoided the chair 2 days in a row.
He did. Well, no, he got the chair yesterday.
Well, no, I'm saying he would have had 2
Oh,
days in a row.
yeah.
You would have. That'd have been the first.
That would have been tough.
That'd have been the first.
That's unheard of.
Yeah. Really can't happen. Well,
You could.
I
You
guess
could
it
lose.
could.
Yeah.
The 4th time and then be the first one.
You can hand out a trophy and then
You could have set a precedent.
start the new one.
I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good job, Anthony.
Would you have gone Cujo there? I'm just kind of interested.
Yeah, here's why, and I'm pulling it up right now, is Grant Fuhr actually, I think, has the record for most points from a goaltender.
I thought about him.
He had 47 career assists as a goaltender. There were guys on his team. Fuhr had 14 assists in 83, 84. I think he was ahead of like 6 guys in scoring on the team. Because when they had Paul Coffey in Edmonton, that team would dump the puck down the ice, and Furzy would go stop the puck, and then Paul Coffey would just take the puck and go
Send
score.
it back.
So Grant would get an assist for that.
Wow.
I'm trying to find out here what he had. It doesn't say with the Blues, but he had the most points, and I'm trying to find out Curtis Joseph's stats. It's hard to find a goalie offensive numbers, which it might take me a while. But either way, Curtis Joseph, the most assists as a Blues in franchise history.
I just feel like Curtis Joseph's got a ton of records. All right, Marsh's getting pissed at us. Let's go to Prove Me Wrong. Send in your Prove Me Wrong statements, 314-399-9646. That's the Air Comfort Service tax line. So if you got a Prove Me Wrong statement, send it there. We'll have an opportunity to prove you wrong. Next on 101 ESPN.
Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong.
All right, we do this most Wednesdays. This is an opportunity for you to send in a statement to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. Marsh will read it off to us. One of us will take the case and attempt to prove that statement wrong. And Marsh becomes the judge, giving us either a yes or no on whether or not we won said case. Marsh.
Yes.
What's our first case?
From the 618, prove me wrong. It might be the Lions or Bills season to go on a deep run.
The Chiefs no longer in the NFL. How about the Eagles?
Both.
When we say long run, we're talking Super Bowl. That's the only long run that I care about. The Chiefs are still in the AFC. Yep, and the Eagles are still in the NFC. So how are the Lions?
Don't forget about your Ravens.
How are the Lions and the Ravens? How are the Lions or the Bills going to go on a long run that he speaks of? Because those two teams are going to be back in the Super Bowl for a Super Bowl rematch. Probably be the same result, but they'll be back. They're the best two teams from their respective conferences, and you'll see them again next year in February.
Yeah, I think you're spot on, Carey. Those Lions ain't going anywhere.
Couldn't be more wrong, by the way.
Oh, what'd you say?
No, you can't. You got to file an appeal. It takes a long time.
Out of this court. All right, from the 314, prove me wrong. How the Cardinals have slowly depleted the organization over the last 5 years shows that the DeWitts are settling the Cardinals to be sold. They're setting the Cardinals to be sold.
Depleted? What are you talking about? Have you seen all of the prospects that are available now? Hey, look at just the amount of... You got young guys on your roster that you drafted and developed. I mean, Victor Scott, Mason Wynn, Jordan Walker, Nolan Gorman. Now you got McGreevy, you got Liberatore. I mean, they're littered with players that you drafted and developed. Did they have a little bit of a dry spell there in the pitching department? Yes. And which is why they've addressed it now. This is why when you look up their prospect chart, all you see is a bunch of pitchers, man. High ceiling on those pitchers as well. And now you got J.J. Weatherholt, who's knocking at the door. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. Quinn Matthews, these are guys that are expected to really push for the opening day lineup next year. Again, they had some bumps in the road, but depleted, I think that's a bit of a very large assumption at that point. I don't think the DeWitts are selling anytime soon. Quite honestly, they're probably going to continue to develop even more down there around their ballpark village because, you know, the team doesn't make much money, but the other stuff's probably pretty lucrative.
And if we learn from anybody, we know that if your team is for sale and you liquidate all of your assets, that doesn't actually mean that you're going to sell your team. In fact, you just find other partners like the Minnesota Twins are looking for. They're not selling their team anymore, apparently. So after
they sold.
They sold a lot of pieces. Team plane. Washing machine.
Yeah. Great point, Judge.
From the 314, prove me wrong. Mo has been great for St. Louis, but he will be remembered for these last few losing seasons.
I think once enough time passes, you'll start to have, I'm not saying everybody will, but there will be the majority of the people that will reflect kindly on Mo because he did bring you a World Series in 2011. I think if you also expand beyond that, you at least got to appreciate the fact that while 2011 happened with Albert and Tony, the Cardinals also got back to a World Series a couple years later with Mike Matheny and no Albert. So Mo had a couple of opportunities to build either a World Series champion or a pennant winner. And unfortunately, while these 5 years have not been great, again, if you look at the entire body of work, which gets a lot easier to do the further that we get from Mo's tenure, you start to appreciate him a little bit more, especially, again, with that World Series title.
Oh, man.
We'll always have 11 and 11.
It's true.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Say it, Anthony. Things aren't over just yet this year. Say it.
Why not us?
618. Prove me wrong. Regardless of pitching, this group of position players for the Cardinals could never eclipse 90 wins.
They might do that this year. Let's be honest. I mean, all they're taking is a couple of little win streaks here, guys, you know? Gorman's going to find his stride. Carey's got Carey's got him hitting 20 more home runs.
Yeah. Why did you have to say this year?
Because that's I don't know, guys. They're not eclipsing that anytime soon.
That was a
Set up for failure.
That was a classic case of we've got your client on video.
Yeah.
Multiple angles.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, but when's the last time your lens was clean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You following the proper requirements to check it every 6 months.
Yeah.
Come on.
It says here your records.
Yeah.
It goes
Right.
back.
You skip this, or at least you haven't written it down, so that shows me that someone's not paying attention to detail.
Yeah, very true. And that's
details matter in an investigation.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Let's do one more from ThrillFan22. Prove me wrong. JJ Weatherholt will start more games at third base than and Gorman for the Cardinals in 2026.
Not if you heard Mo. We'll play the audio for you next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals blow today's game. 6-5, the Rockies defeat the Cardinals earlier today. We talked with Brad Thompson earlier in the show. If you missed that conversation, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobstar and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Not a great series for the Cardinals. They have lost 2 games in a row. They'll have tomorrow off, and then they'll take on the New York Yankees. John Mozeliak, he joined TMA earlier today, and he said something very interesting that made Jamie very upset. And we're going to talk about that next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. John Mozeliak joined TMA earlier today. And one of the things that was discussed is whether or not we could see J.J. Weatherholt or Quinn Matthews called up in September. Here's what Mo had to say.
Ultimately, I think that'll be a discussion that we all have to participate in, but it's not the protection year. And so I think it's not necessarily in the best interest for the organization to do that, even though it might be fun and exciting. But, you're not forced to put them on the roster this offseason. And so that's something that should definitely be part of the equation.
Oh, Mo. I heard that this morning. By the way, I was listening live, and I had a visceral reaction to it. What are you doing? Let's split this up into 2 categories. 1, the baseball operations side. 2, running a dang entertainment business, okay? If I'm the DeWitts, I may have told Mo today to just pack up early and go home. We'll call you if we need you. What you're selling your fan base right now, what you started to sell your fan base last offseason was the future. You started selling the future of the franchise. We're getting back to Cardinal baseball, okay? And you have 2 of the brightest prospects in all of AAA baseball that are on your team, within your organization. Mm-hmm. Your fan base is foaming at the mouth to see J.J. Weatherholt play. He's destroying AAA. He's treating it like it's schoolyard baseball, and he's just killing it. But you just told your fan base, not in so many words, but you did, don't expect to see them here this year.
And why? Because
we're not forced to protect them. Therefore, we don't have to start the clock early, okay? What are you doing? Like, if I'm the business side of it, I'm like, no. Like, we don't say that you won't see them. And whether it's being fraudulent or not, by saying, oh, you never know. They're working hard they're playing very well. They're exciting players. Like, that moment right there, Mo, it's so easy to spin this on its head. Mm-hmm. So easy. Again, the messaging. This is why I think people are okay with moving on from Mo. If that was asked to me, I would have said, man, those guys are exciting. I cannot believe what J.J. Weatherholt is doing. We elevated him, think he could do pretty well. He's exceeded all expectations. He is headfirst into baseball, loves the video side. He's going to be an incredible Cardinal. And Quinn Matthews, too. I mean, talk about an area where we need some help. This guy's going to come up here and shove. We're really excited, too, about the Duel kid and other young prospects. When they get up here, who knows? But, boy, they're making some tough decisions for us. We're not. I didn't answer the question.
Right.
I didn't say you're going to see them or not.
Yeah.
I pumped their tires. I made you excited. And then I'm not lying because I don't know when we'll see them or not. Mm-hmm. So from a business standpoint, for your fan base right now, it's craving something to latch on to.
Yeah.
You spit in their face. Because you're like, well, we don't have to protect. Well, there's no need to protect them in a roster spot.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel. That's where my head went.
Well, I had a couple of thoughts. Mo was probably saying, you know what? Can't win, can't lose. Can't win for winning. Can't win for losing. Because you asked me to be transparent. I'm transparent. You don't like it. Probably what Mo is saying, something along those lines. But Anthony and Marshy have asked a question, and a very important question for the last few days, Jamie. A very important question they've asked around here. 3 words. What are they, Anthony?
Why not us?
And this is why.
What?
That's why.
That was well played, by the way.
You like that?
Yeah, it was a good setup.
You set me up.
I did.
Not only did he set you up, he stood you up tall, told you to spread your feet shoulder width apart, and hammered you right in the Liberty Bells.
Bow.
Yep.
That's
Didn't
why.
feel good.
No, I bet
That's
it didn't.
why. Why not us? There you go.
Why not us, right?
Nope, that's why.
Well, no,
Yep.
don't even do it, Marsh.
You like that, Jamie?
I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Because at first I was like, what's Carey? Where's he going with this?
Thank you.
Can we try this again?
What do you
we're
want to
good.
try? That's why.
He asked me the 3.
What are the 3 words that you have been saying for the last few days?
My 3 words?
Go fast lane yourself.
So,
Yeah. Why not us? That's why. You think this team wants to make to the playoffs?
like, if they're talking about a roster thing, okay, well, you don't need a roster spot. Get rid of the hamster.
Are you telling me
DFA the
this
hamster,
team
bring up
doesn't
J.J.
need-
Weatherholt.
Come on.
Whoa.
Name
Come on now.
Who's going to play backup center field?
Hampton hit a couple home runs in the last
was
couple of
playing
nights.
it today.
He used to be a Rocky.
Listen, my point is clear
Uh,
on this one.
Who
And
Hampton are you
as far
talking
as-
about?
He
He said Hampton, not Hampton.
I said hamster.
He said Hampton.
Oh, yeah. No.
I said Hampton's hit a couple home runs the last couple of days.
And
He
you've got
plays
this.
for-
you don't
which
want to
team?
send him down.
You've got this Matthew Liberatore problem. Lefty starter.
Yeah.
Why not Quinn Matthews? Throw him out there. If you want to do the piggyback thing or whatever, you can at least give Liberatore a rest. See what you got. I don't know. Give the fans.
Goodman.
I was going to say, who the hell are you talking about? I thought you were
Sorry,
talking
Jamie.
about Mike
That's
Hampton.
okay. I'm frustrated, anyways.
I think
Mike,
JJ
the pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JJ Weatherholt makes more sense than probably Quinn Matthews.
Who cares? Bring me something fun to watch.
I'm not.
Why not us?
Jamie's purely talking about this from a fan perspective,
why.
and Marsh, you above all else in this studio can appreciate what he's saying, which is like,
Absolutely.
Hey, speaking of kicking kicking somebody in the Liberty Bells,
Oh, man.
that's what this Cardinals organization has done over the last couple of years.
You're
time and
selling
time
us
again.
the youth and then telling us, well, we're not bringing you the
Well,
youth.
I'd like to see JJ Weatherholt get the opportunity that Mason Wynn did, where he got a cup of coffee towards the end of the year, and then his full rookie season really showed out and made himself a future part of this team's core.
So to your point, Marsh, there's more reasons to bring up JJ Weatherholt than there are to not bring him up. The one is financial, and of course, that's what, according to Mo, the Cardinals are going to go with.
I need Nick Saban drop right here. It ain't happening. So quit asking.
Oh, I thought you were bringing up the Derrick Henry story
No, I
again.
haven't heard that one
I
yet.
told you about that Derrick Henry story, by the way. It's really quite interesting.
Yeah. I think I saw that one too.
No, yours is different, but still close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't care about y'all. You see how many people were at the game?
I still have to get the guy that found that audio some swag. He's going to go down to Mike Tannenbaum territory for me soon.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't hook him up.
So put some pep in it. I think that's the name. Says there are 3 other words. 2 of them. No. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 of them are different. Why rush it?
Rush what? J.J. Weatherholt is proving he's too good for AAA right now. And that's the number one thing. If in hockey, the American Hockey League, if you have a player that's too good to be playing there, you call him up. Right now, J.J. Weatherholt, his numbers are off the charts at the AAA level. Give him a sniff. Give him a week to 10 days in the majors. Make sure they're all home games, too. Just saying.
You want to get butts and seats?
Oh, my God, Carey. Get out of my head.
You want to get some butts and seats? They don't care. It's your fault that they don't have the roster.
Whose? Mine?
Yeah, yours, mine.
Hey, don't be looking at us. We've been on the train.
You know?
Why not us?
Have you been to the game?
I just went to the game a couple weeks
Marsh
ago.
was there.
How about you?
Marsh was there.
No.
Anthony has children. He can't go.
He can take his kids.
No,
tickets are like $8.
Right, honestly, the tickets are very reasonable. Good seats still available,
Listen,
too.
it's real hot, and,
They got beverages there, Anthony. You can purchase.
I don't want the kids
Get
to
yourself a bacon-wrapped wiener while you're there.
Yeah.
I'd watch my
hot
figure.
dog and chicken
just the
sandwich.
wiener's fine for you, I guess.
You can't have Pizza
bun.
Friday.
You don't need the bread.
You can't have Pizza Friday at the baseball game.
Don't be lazy.
Sure you can.
Every Friday's Pizza Friday. You can't do that at the baseball
He can go
game.
on a
That's right.
Thursday.
It is Pizza Friday.
You can go on a Thursday.
Heck, you can go on
Saturday.
Saturday.
They don't even play tomorrow, Carey.
They're normally off or it's in the daytime.
The last time you went to a Yankees game, it lasted 6 hours.
My dad almost died.
No, come on.
In the heat.
All I hear is a bunch of excuses for you not. You talking about why not us? Because of you. You're not going. That's why.
I went to the game, Carey.
Just saying.
Anthony's not. He's not representing
I'm
well
going
enough.
for him.
They play Sunday at 1:15. Let's check the temperature. Let's see what
I
this
got to answer.
It's going to be hot.
I got to answer a text message here, guys, from the 314 says, wait a minute, Jamie. You've said many times that fans like Army more than Mo because he's honest and transparent. Now, Mo is being honest and transparent, and you're bashing him for it. I'm not bashing him for being honest and transparent. I'm bashing him for not having a clue. That's way different. That's way different. It's bottom line. Way different than him like lying to me. No,
He did what you all asked.
He's just not giving me the right answer.
Yeah, it's one of those.
He took it literally. I'll be transparent, all right.
Yeah,
Watch this.
And I'm going to give you a horrible answer.
If I may.
Yeah, please.
There are some. Transparency is great. There's some times, though, where you just don't say it.
I have a clue.
You just have a little tact. Be smart.
Use your noggin.
Use your noggin.
There is one statement, though, that people should be saying, and it is, Anthony, why not us?
Yes.
This is why.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
No, just Marsh said it. You didn't.
That's why.
You don't have to be a part of it. It's fine.
I mean,
you missed the cutoff anyways, according to Pete.
I would hit the cutoff, man.
Yeah. Somebody in the state because stop complaining about the heat. I think you missed that whole interaction. I think that was a swing and a miss. That was a Jordan Walker slider right there. You know what I mean?
You swung.
You did swing. All right. What are expectations for the Blues in the first month of the season? We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Jim Montgomery, who we played some of the audio earlier today from the Empty Netters podcast, talked about getting back to the mindset the Blues had at the end of last season, and it plays perfectly with the question that we posed about expectations in the Blues in the first month of the season. So before we have that conversation, here's Monty on the Empty Netters.
We feel our culture changed much, like a lot for the better. And what that takes is it takes a lot of hard meetings.
Yeah.
Where there's honest feedback, there's hard one-on-one meetings. And I'm not just saying myself. It's everybody. It's general managers talking to players, general managers talking to me. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm not doing enough. Have you thought about this? And those hard conversations, if you're listening and you have a growth mindset and you start to get everybody into a mindset of a growth mindset, you start to take off again. And again, my biggest concern starting off this year is making sure we understand the work ethic and how hard it was for us to do what we did. People forget sometimes how hard it is and how hard you need to work. And work is fun because in the end, you want to win.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things you got to do. In this league, sometimes you're going to lose when you play well because other teams are really good too. And that's okay. But you want them to know they were in a battle if they came in and beat you. You know, that they got some war wounds and they're going to be like, well, that team plays hard. Because
don't want to see them again. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see them again. You know, that's the kind of thing you want to have. That if people come into St. Louis, they're leaving here and they know they're coming in. It's not going to be an easy night.
So again, that was Jim Montgomery, Blues head coach on Empty Netters podcast. How for two guys that played professionally, Carey, Jamie, is there such thing as like year-to-year momentum at the end of a season? So the Blues finished. I mean, the last game obviously wasn't great, but they did finish on a tear to make the playoffs, and they make the playoffs, and they pushed Winnipeg to the brink and should have won that series. Is there momentum heading into a new season, or do you, as athletes, do you view it as, no, you know what, we're starting over again, it's fresh, and we're building from here?
I think it is. I think you can carry some of that excitement. I would say because when you have a good team, I think how the Blues lost obviously was frustrating, but I would venture to say that those guys are chomping at the bit to get back together to be able to do what they do, and you know, you can't fix what happened in that final game against the Jets, but you can get back and say, we're not going to allow that to happen again. We're not going to allow ourselves to be in a position where we got to win X number of games down the stretch just to get into the playoffs and then lose in the manner. Like, I think that this team can build and will build on the success that they had at the end, towards the end of the season and making that run into the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know, like from a wins and losses standpoint, I don't know if it just carries over. But what carries over is the players, which the vast majority of your lineup is the same. You've got a couple of newbies that are in there, but your roster knows what it takes to win now. They know the style of play it takes to be successful. They've tasted success in a small part of the season, but they went, 14 in a row that they didn't lose on home ice, 12 in a row, I believe, overall. Like, this group knows what the sacrifices are now. And that's where you have the momentum. Because when you get to training camp this year, like, had the Blues not had that surge, didn't figure it out, didn't create that culture, couldn't figure out their style of play, Jim Montgomery and staff will be starting over from scratch at training camp, trying to figure out what the identity of this team is from the bottom floor. But you know that now. The players know that. The coaches know how to coach it. The coaches know what they're talking about when it comes to, how they want certain things handled. So now when they hit the ice day one of training camp, it should be like rocket ship, like ready to go, man. Guys are hungry. Guys are excited. Banging the sticks, hooting and hollering, all that stuff. You're way ahead of the game. So for me, from that point of it, again, not saying wins and losses because things can happen early in the season. Like, who knows? So you could either start, 6-2 or start 3-6. Like, who knows? Like,
sure.
It can be weird like that. But yeah, I think the Blues are in a really good spot to capitalize off of what they were able to build at the end of last season so that they're more competitive within their division and that they're not having to go on a 12-game heater to get in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the fans' expectation is for this team? Because they had such a great ending to the season, minus the Game 7 loss. But what we saw towards the end of the year that built up towards the playoffs, that was exciting hockey. Mm-hmm. Do you think the fans have high expectations for this team in the first month, building off of that success at the end of the season?
I think it's more of a fans thing than it probably is for the players. Now, Carey and Jamie just told us that, yes, you can kind of feel it when you go into training camp after having a successful season, but I do think fans do it a lot more, and I think they do it in every sport. Mm-hmm. Like, how much can you really carry momentum-wise from college football? Yeah, you think you just carry it, but you think about all the transfers, losing players in the NFL, all that, but we still say, wow, you know what? They finished strong. Right. It's a whole new damn team in some cases. So I think the sport matters, but fans, we're just like, hey, last season finished strong, carry it over. Mm-hmm. It's going to be great because it's just what we're so prisoner of the moment constantly.
Do you think fans believe in the players themselves or the culture that has been built, even if there is some exchanging of players?
I think some fans get fooled by whatever the team did in the offseason. Mm. If my team was active in the offseason, it means they're trying. If another team signed more players and more players that I know than my team did, then that team was trying more and my team doesn't care. And we tend to overlook the history of a team. For example, I mean, it's weird, but people aren't really talking about the Chiefs. I've heard more about the Arizona Cardinals than I've heard about the Chiefs in the offseason. The Arizona Cardinals, look at the track record of success for the Arizona Cardinals. It ain't great.
Don't tell Carey that.
Sorry, Carey. If I'll kill my own team here, the Falcons. It's not a long track record of success, boys. But yet there might be a little bit of, hey, who knows? Mm-hmm. No, let's go with the teams that have the culture, to have the head coaches, and I think that carries in any sport. There's got to be a team in hockey right now that's gaining a little bit of that hype that just hasn't had a long history of success. I mean, you guys would be able to tell me better.
Well, every year the Maple Leafs have this hype around them for how long now, and they haven't been able to deliver anything at all. I think that Edmonton has some hype right now. They've re-signed some guys, and but there's always.
But they have at least
they've had success. I mean, you just can't get past the Panthers. Not many teams are.
I think with this group in the Blues and what they've built, even if they do start off a little slow, I don't think it's any reason for the fan base to panic because we know who's in charge, what they're building. Mm-hmm. I think now we don't do it with the Cardinals, but with this team, I think that we can have a little bit of patience.
What?
Nah,
they better win.
I think they're going to come out very strong.
Hopefully they do. If not, we at least have this season to fall back on and say, well, 2019 too, I guess. You know what? Hell, start slow. It's been better. It's been better for this team.
It was last year too.
Yep. Biggest question of the day. We'll talk about where the Cardinals fit on a certain playoff locks list. Carey dug up this one because he doesn't like you. That's next on 101 ESPN.
biggest question of the day, brought to you by Mentality. Our patients experience a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Reclaim your health at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
5:05, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Carey Davis set up the biggest question of the day today.
Yeah, so I was looking at this playoff lock list, and it was intriguing to me because it was MLB playoffs, locks to long shots, and I wanted to know if you all knew where your St. Louis Cardinals landed on this list. So this is teams that are locks to be in the playoffs. Obviously, teams like, I don't know, the Milwaukee Brewers seem to be a lock. They have them as a lock. The Los Angeles Dodgers, I'd say a lock, Anthony.
I don't know about that. San Diego Padres is playing pretty good baseball right now, and the Dodgers can't beat the Angels.
You can still get into the playoffs without winning your division, and I know you know that. Toronto Blue Jays, who you love.
Yeah.
Also lock. Chicago Cubs.
I'm on Mama Rivers' side.
Yeah.
He's happy, I'll tell you that.
Doing great. Then there's a tier 2, which is teams that should get in. Teams like the Detroit Tigers, your San Diego Padres that you just spoke of, the New York Mets. Now,
wait, the Tigers are in tier 2?
Yeah, the Tigers are in tier 2. Yeah. What do they need to do to become a lock? The Tigers seemed like a lock when they held a 14-game lead in the American League Central before the All-Star break while playing like the best team in baseball. Then they lost 12 out of their last 13, and Cleveland got hot. So that's why they are. They should get in, but they
Still
are
5.5 up.
No longer a lock in this.
Maybe they should have gotten off their dead asses and made a trade that actually was significant instead of adding Chris Paddock.
Well, maybe.
Just a thought. I don't know.
New York Mets in tier 2 as a team that should get in. And then they have tier 3, teams that have work to do. You want to take a gander at what teams are in that category?
Are the Cardinals in that category?
Nope.
Oh.
We haven't gotten there yet. Well, I'll give it to you. The Seattle Mariners, the Boston Red Sox, Houston Astros, the New York Yankees, who will be here this weekend. Then you have the long shots, Anthony.
Okay.
All right. Texas Rangers, Cleveland Guardians. You have the really long shots. Cincinnati Reds, San Francisco Giants, Kansas City Royals, Tampa Bay Rays, St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
How do they get in?
Saying there's a chance.
That's right.
Something like that.
I love this.
How do they get in?
I love this underdog stuff.
The starting pitching will have to improve. The Cardinals ranked 25th in rotation ERA and 29th in strikeout rate. How many teams are there, Anthony?
Oh, that'd be 30.
Okay, so that suggests improvement, at the least enough to produce a late surge is unlikely. Oh, and the offense tanked in July. Anthony, BT was on our airwaves, and he spoke about since the All-Star break, that the Cardinals were struggling in offense. They ranked dead last in runs scored since the All-Star break ended. Is that good?
Yes. The only way...
It's not good. It's bad. This is really bad.
Hey, you know what? It can't get any worse.
You know what? That is
the only way to go is up.
You are 100% correct.
That's why they did it.
Yeah.
They fell to last in runs scored so that they can rebound and they can start climbing upset rankings. Now, are they a little banged up right now? Sure. Willis Contreras hurt last night. Ivan Herrera did the splits today in left field. He got taken out of that game.
Yeah. Says it looks as if this will be the third straight season without making the playoffs. No wonder attendance has declined, and it is at its lowest per game average since 1995, not including 2021.
Yeah.
And that's because that was post-strike year.
I don't know what you want me to say here, Carey.
The lowest non-strike affected year since 1984.
What's a bigger issue right now, offense or pitching?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to...
I
knew you were going to say that.
That was fast.
I couldn't even get the caveat out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes is correct.
What is your bigger concern? The offense or the starting pitching right now?
Do I have to give an answer? I can't say yes.
Well, it is the biggest question of the day, and so far you just pooped on the Cardinals' playoff chances. So let me ask a question.
Maybe it's the offense. Yeah, because I gave you those numbers about Miles Michaelis, who in 107 of his starts out of 195 for the St. Louis Cardinals, he's gotten 2 runs or less.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long damn time.
Guy could have won a Cy Young.
Maybe.
A little run support.
Now, if he would have pitched maybe better and allowed less runs, I mean, if he was pitching, if he was giving up 1 run per game, he definitely would have won 2 or 3 Cy Young awards at this point.
No doubt.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying, Anthony?
I do.
That guy would be special.
Yeah. Cardinals rank. I think the offense is right now my bigger concern because we know the pitching staff is going to be questionable AF. So when you look at the Cardinals' offense since the month of August hit, boys, so we're talking about, let's see here. Hold on, let me update this. It's toggled on me, boys. Hold on. Cardinals are 25th in baseball. WRC plus 82. Average, Jamie, is
100.
That's correct. It's not great.
That's not great at all.
Offensively, they've been terrible over their last 11 games. And I do mean terrible. Venture to guess how many Ding-Dong Johnsons they hit?
3.
Not a lot.
This year?
No, since August 1st.
Oh.
Well, Walker,
10?
Burleson, Contreras.
6.
I'll go 5.
8. 8. Only one team has hit fewer home runs than the Cardinals in the month of August. It's the Reds, so things are looking up.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the Rockies.
No. Unfortunately, the Brewers have hit 23. They lead.
Yeah.
Now, that's a team that's not supposed to have a bunch of pop, but yeah, they've been quite good.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
This is.
I think offensively that's the biggest issue.
I think you made it more depressing than I did, Anthony.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you did.
How about this? Since the month of August hit, so August 1st, Cardinals have scored 38 runs.
Yeah.
That is not dead last.
Second last.
No, they're 27th, Jamie.
Oh, wow. Way better than I thought.
You want some good news with that? Cubs are 29th in runs scored since August 1st.
Man, yeah, they've been stinking.
Yep.
It hasn't been great.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Marshy. Tell me your thoughts. You want to ask the question again? You want to ask it?
No.
You can ask it. Those 3 words, those 3 magical words.
What are those words again?
What are those 3 words, Marshy?
Listen to
not
me
us
right now. It's actually 5 words.
Oh, yeah. They added a couple.
What were our expectations for this team, though, heading into the season?
I had none.
Have our expectations changed throughout the year?
Yeah, I thought 83 wins. My expectations changed in May.
Mine haven't.
Well,
Then why?
Yeah,
Then
we-
why?
Mr. I'm just cool.
Then why am I?
Why are
am I
you
troubled?
so upset though with what is happening?
I'm so glad you
within
asked
this
that
season?
question. I am so glad.
Based on what you initially already thought, it's like, well, I think they're going to be bad, but now I'm mad that they're bad, even though you already thought they were going to be bad.
I'm not mad that they're bad, Andrew or Anthony. I'm mad that I got to hear you two talk about why not us every damn day. That's why I'm mad, because this is why. You ask, and I answer. You ask, I answer. Why not us? Because you're not a good team. You don't hit well. You don't pitch well. You don't feel particularly well. Your fans don't show up. It's your fault too. There's a lot of things going on here.
Carey, you're quite the motivational speaker.
Thank you. Been working on it.
Boy, he's honest, though.
I'm
honest.
I am not wrong. I'm a lot of things,
Yes, you are.
but I ain't wrong on this. You know?
They are so bad, but yet they're 500.
Hey,
I'm
Marcy's
saying the expectations, though, heading into the season was that this team probably would be a
Marcy's
bad
still
team.
ordering the Why Not Us t-shirts.
Go ahead, man.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to sit here for another month and a half and just poo-poo all over the team.
I don't think they are.
When they're not that bad.
Just lost a series to the Rockies.
Twice.
They absolutely did.
The second time.
If it wasn't for a Brendan Donovan pinch hit, it would have been a sweep.
Absolutely.
Can't take it away, though.
You can't.
Can't take it away.
Otherwise, I would have
can't,
taken
but
away Goodman / Hampton's home runs.
You can't take it away, but you can circle it.
Equal.
Because why was it even that close?
You know what? I'm happy.
fair.
I'm excited.
I choose
You're right,
to look at this
You're
team
right.
glass 3/4 full.
You're right.
I'm sorry, not 3/4. No, it's definitely 1/4 full.
That's pessimistic.
But it's
then,
not
isn't it?
halfway empty, though. It's not empty.
It's definitely more than halfway empty.
Halfway empty.
I know, but it's the way you say it, Anthony. You're saying it's empty, where I say it's full. But it's not
It's a fourth
halfway
of a way
full. I
full.
still have a little bit of water left in that cup, and I'm going to savor it for a little bit.
Okay. All right.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and make it last as long as I can.
You know what? I appreciate that.
Up until I don't have to anymore and I can stop thinking about them.
Okay. I think that's
I can
fair.
respect that.
I can respect that.
Yep.
Too. Yep.
We don't have that much long. Grr.
I wish them well. I don't hate the Cardinals. I just hate what they've done to Cardinal fans.
Carey, the season ends on September 4th. You know that.
No, does it?
It doesn't? Thought it
does it
coincided with when the NFL started, Anthony. We don't have that much longer.
You might be right. At least this year. All right. The Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. That's our text line. We got 2 sports six-packs coming, so send in your questions. We'll answer them next on 101 ESPN.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
Time for the Sports Six-Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. So if you got a question, send it in. With Carey Davis and James Rivers from Anthony Stalter. Marsh has got question 1.
Question number 1.
All right, the 314 wants to know, what is your biggest fear?
Failure. Saying some things wrong on air and having it last forever. Live forever. Have your closest
never die, Anthony.
Have your closest friends.
It's true.
Laugh at you for 2 straight hours.
Yeah. Well, we know that's
people
not,
texting you don't even know.
That's not dendrophobia.
Yeah,
by the way.
that's right.
It's a good one.
So I would say, having all your mistakes broadcast on air and have people constantly
I wouldn't call
let you know
them
about
mistakes, Anthony. You know, there are slight imperfections, and the whole world is imperfect.
The whole world on air?
No, but a lot of people,
You know how many dumb things people say all day?
Yes, I do.
They on air?
No.
Some of them, yeah.
You're still avoiding the question.
You're missing the bigger point.
I don't think I am.
We all say things wrong at times.
Anthony, I just did bad math last segment.
Yeah, he won for
It's
it.
on there forever.
You know
He
what, though?
said-
We knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
We knew what you meant.
Yeah.
That's why Jamie and I looked.
Did we?
We did.
I don't think you did.
We did. That's why we corrected you in the manner that we did.
Carey, I saw you. Carey, this floor has not been clean. Has not been clean once since I came here.
That's not true. I see the people that come in after the show.
I'm in here.
This floor,
I see them every day.
guys, in this studio. Now, granted, we went through a pandemic, COVID. This floor has never been washed, and Carey was lying on it yesterday, rolling around on the floor, laughing hard because I said Wichita.
But we knew what you meant because we both looked like Wichita.
It was the fun.
We knew.
It was funny, but it really got funny when you doubled down.
Honestly, I didn't
Spelled. I'm like,
well, in that moment, I was embarrassed. I looked down. Listen. Like I said yesterday, it was a moment in which I showed my true intelligence.
nah.
Anthony, if it makes
I'm a
you
dumb
feel
man.
better.
I don't know what you tell. I don't know
maybe
what
it
to tell
should
you.
be pronounced Wichita.
Maybe
you're ahead of the game.
we should, put Marsh's poll out there and see.
I had a brain fart.
Anthony, it makes you feel any better? Not everybody heard it. Clearly, Patrick, who sent you that email, stopped listening a long time ago.
He did.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
See?
he did.
Yeah.
Hard to believe Anthony still has the email.
Hold on, let me see if I got that.
Definitely got it.
I know he does.
Are you afraid of anything?
Yeah, I'm afraid of burning to death.
Why in the hell would you be afraid? What?
Yeah.
What kind of phobia is that?
I don't know. Fire phobia? No, that's good. Because think about it. Like,
I have switched to
no, here we go.
different radio station. This may be the worst. I had it. This may be the worst show I've ever heard. They don't back any of their thoughts up with stats or facts. You haven't? A 10-year listener. Just horrendous. Especially cocky, fat A Stalter. That was from Patrick on March 1st.
And you survived that.
You did.
Yeah. And you're still here. And you will be here long after that city that you said yesterday.
So my point with this
So
is,
Jamie burning to death.
Yeah, so think about when you're cooking, and I do it sporadically. Like I reach for something and I grab and I burn my finger, and you're like, oh my God, it hurt.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Your entire
burning to death? Like if anybody wanted to torture me, just start slowly burning me to death. That would be, that's my thing.
They said, oh, that sounds brutal.
Wait, what, you want to burn to death?
No, hell no. But I don't think about burning to death. He's writing it down.
Burn him.
We're going to get a song in the break about it.
Like I'm not afraid of fire at all. Like I'm not afraid of fire at all. I'm just afraid of burning to death.
Yeah.
For me, it's
I have visions of like being in my coffin, but I'm not really dead, and they're cremating me.
Oh, man.
It's bad. I don't know. Might be some PTSD there.
that is.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Hell just
And I can't get out.
Holy
You know?
smokes. Carey?
I'm
Your thoughts,
claustrophobic.
Carey.
I'm claustrophobic. Like,
you'd be in the coffin with me. We'll really kill two birds at one stone.
So when what was it? Fear Factor? Was that one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When they used to be in the no, thank you, no, not me. I can't even do MRIs. Like I need the open MRI and I need medication. Like I go in there medicated because I
need the medication.
I really
or do you just say you do?
I know I do need it.
Okay, all right.
But I do feel great.
All right, so Carey stuff his ass
box
in an MRI machine.
I fall asleep in those.
With all the
drugs.
Yeah. I don't know why. I fall asleep. One time the girl's trying to talk to me, and I was like drool coming out of my face. It's like, really? You fell asleep in that? I don't know. I feel it. I feel peaceful in here.
That is.
It sounds like a machine.
It's probably quieter than what you normally hear.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Marshy?
I have a fear of dolls, Anthony.
Oh, yeah,
what
that's
kind
right.
specifically, Marshy?
Like
the life-size ones?
No, not
the realistic
those.
ones?
No, not the realistic ones.
I'm not so afraid of those ones.
No, the ones that their heads twist around and you could find in an attic or at a scary haunted house.
Or if your brother sets one up in a room.
Yeah, absolutely, with a knife in its hand. I have a fear of dolls.
Huh.
Can't stand them. Don't like them.
Now, why didn't you write anything down for Marcy?
Oh, he's a sweetheart.
Anthony, your fear.
I said it.
No, failure's not going to work.
Yeah, failure doesn't work.
I fear failure. Like, okay, we all do. Come on. All right.
He's
Wait,
not
I
afraid of
don't-
anything.
no,
Did you
I
see
am.
how he sat here when that storm was coming, Jamie? That man doesn't fear any damn thing.
I'm too stupid.
What about snakes? Do you care about snakes?
No, I'm all right with snakes.
So I'm just trying to hit some of the hot buttons.
You know,
Fear of falling, heights.
no, but all right. So Jamie's
Swimming pools?
Yeah, well, the walls at a swimming pool
Jamie's
stuff. Jamie with the burning thing. So Jamie, I think you took that tour, right? We took Madeline because she was like obsessed with the learning about the Titanic. So we took our daughter to the Titanic
the museum
little museum there in Branson. Thank you. Yeah, and at the end they've got the actual temperature the night that everybody went in the water. You could put your hand in the water.
Yeah.
That freezing of water, like drowning in that. Sign me up.
I can see that.
To not have that.
I think that when they hypothermia, I think it's the same feeling as burning. Like I think that I've heard that, like your body.
I haven't done either
It
yet.
feels like, yeah, no.
So
I
like
don't do
falling
that.
in ice.
And
Did
being
you guys
stuck.
happen to watch that video I sent you from James
No,
Cameron, the
we couldn't
director?
watch
of
that.
Titanic?
Yeah, we owe somebody an apology.
Who?
Oh, yeah. I meant to watch.
No?
Yeah, they broke it down, right? She could explain it. Go ahead.
He actually had a study, like off camera, and he had the door and a girl and like the guy and like the motion, all this stuff to see if it actually could have been possible. This is the director of the movie.
Yeah.
If Rose could have let Jack onto the door, and he ended up his final decision was that yes, it was possible. However, things would have had to have been like almost perfect because when he's getting on, the door's going to tip and she might fall off and like they had to slowly do it together, but it was possible. If
Like
that selfish woman would have tried.
That's amazing.
Yeah, hold on to the damn door and don't fall while he gets on. What are we doing
I'll
here?
never let you go. It sunk right to the bottom.
I'll never let you go, but I'm not going to hold on to you either. That was bad.
She didn't fight, did she?
Not really.
I do have another fear. It's a fear of holding a football and somebody knocking it out of my hands while I'm at
when you're in
school.
class. Yeah. I've had a dream about that. It's tough, man. Especially when your coach tells you
Got to
not
hold
to
on to
do
your
it.
balls a lot tighter.
Yep.
Yeah. That coach
Was
asked you if you hurt or you injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to fumble, Anthony.
No, you're darn right.
No offense. Actually, didn't set that one up.
None taken.
I do believe you. I believe you. You know what? I don't give myself a lot of compliments, but I'm going to give myself one right now.
You should.
Not afraid to be vulnerable with you people. You know?
I don't think this room's very afraid of being vulnerable.
Told you about my fumble, smashing my face into a pool.
We've all disclosed a lot of things in this room.
Don't take this away from me, Jamie.
I'm not.
Part 2 of the Six Pack is next on 101 ESPN.
All right, Anthony, getting old can be difficult sometimes, and it's not so much the number that gets to be a little bit scary. Sometimes it's how you feel that is concerning. And for men, ages 30, 40, 50, there's a thing called low testosterone. And we, as men, we never feel like, well, that's not the problem. Yeah, go get checked out. Go see our friends over at Mentality. Board-certified physician is going to walk you through the entire process. I thought I was fine, too. I'm working out, feeling pretty good, a little tired, a little irritable, all these things. Found out I was low in testosterone as well as some other vitamins as well. And they took care of me, put me on my program once a week. Now I'm over at Mentality, whether it's Chesterfield or South County. Then I got on the peptide train for old injuries and healing and all that stuff. It has been a lifesaver.
I'm sure that when people ask you about Mentality, just like they ask me, it's always, well, do you use it and does it work?
Does it work?
Yes, and absolutely yes. We've all been there as guys, right? If you're competitive, like Jamie and I are, you're competitive, you want to be at your best, you try different things. You're like, well, I'm going to adjust the diet or I'm going to adjust the workout. And then all of a sudden, you're chasing your tail. Maybe you're wasting money. Stop. Go to Mentality. Because here's the thing. Once one thing falls into place for you, a lot of times everything falls into place. So, for example, you go down to Mentality, right? They up your testosterone. They concentrate on the free testosterone. So once that goes up, you start to feel better. You start to feel more motivated. And all of a sudden, you're back in the gym. You're putting up, new personal best and all of that. You're like, you know what? Starting to feel good, look good. I'm going to eat right. Everything starts to fall into place. You start to feel better overall. So visit mentalityhealth.com/radio. You book your appointment right now. Tell them Jamie and Anthony sent you down there. Love to hear that. 2 locations, as Jamie mentioned, but go down there now. Start to feel like the old you again. It's Mentality.
.101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals end up losing today to the Colorado Rockies by a final score of 6-5. They had the lead in the ninth inning. Jojo Romero gave up a 2-run shot. Cardinals lose 2 in a row to the Colorado Rockies. They have tomorrow off. Then they'll take on the New York Yankees. If you missed anything from today's show, including our interview with Brad Thompson, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews and full shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have part 2 of our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions in to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Part 2 of the Six-Pack is next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter, Andrew Marsh. We got part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack. Always good conversations in the break.
Always. Learn something new.
Yeah.
Learn a lot about each other.
Yeah, certainly. Marsha, you got a question for us?
Question number 2.
That was we just had one question.
Yeah. That was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very serious question.
Holy smokes. I just
started out
assumed.
as our fears, and then it turned into how we're going to die.
And it carried into the break.
It did.
You know, Carey.
I do. I learned.
Yeah. I told Carey how I was going to die.
That's a bit
Now
scary.
he knows.
All right, why don't we move on from death
I
here?
get visions.
What?
That's Marshy.
Marshy
That's
does
true.
have vision.
Yeah. One day, Carey's going to be talking to the press. He's like, he told me. That's exactly how I was going to die.
The press. An old man.
Yeah.
With his grandkids around.
With a hat on, with the press.
Yeah. I like that.
Anthony, you know how you can get around that? Just get into the other lane.
Get into the fast lane.
Sometimes you can't. You're blocked off. So I'll just share it with everybody.
Oh, Lord.
Sometimes I get visions, kind of jacked up. Dream, nightmare. I'm behind a truck that's carrying those the things that they put in cement, the steel bars.
Yeah.
I'm sure
The
they're called so, the rebar. One of those falls off the truck, goes right through me.
What is wrong with
What
him?
part of you? I'm curious.
My chest.
Straight through your chest?
Yeah.
Okay. At least not like straight through your face.
No, man. I'm not that deranged. But yeah, it goes right through the old chest.
No, sometimes that happens and those people still, they're still alive.
But they're going to die.
As soon as you take it out.
Yeah.
You just clip it and leave it inside you.
A lot of
To buy a
infections
bigger
and
shirt,
stuff like
that's
that.
all.
Yeah, true. Very good. Yeah, good point. Yeah. If that ever happens to me, guys, I'll leave you a message before they have to rip that thing out.
Anthony. All right. Sick, man.
Listen, I'd be
Local
happy to rip it out
on-air
for you.
radio host Anthony Stalter impaled by a steel
that means I'm
bar.
done.
Yeah, but would
Still
you rather
alive,
have
though,
your
because
last
legends
vision
never
me?
die.
Wouldn't you rather have your last vision me hovering over top of you
Oh, boy.
as I'm pulling something out?
Wow. That is,
That is
that's a great,
question number 2.
it's a great offer, Jamie. It's a great offer. I'll pass right now.
All right. Well,
Marchie,
it
question-
stands, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, question 2, please.
Of course, from the 314.
We all got a little closer in that segment. You're welcome.
This is a sports question. How much should we look into Nolan Gorman playing first base? He's played 3 games, a total of 6 innings at first this season. How
Where
much
the
should
hell are
we
you
look
going to
into
put
that?
your Contreras?
in left field.
The other guy. Put both of them in left field together.
No. Yeah. No.
No.
Nolan Gorman.
Is a DH.
Yeah, he's
Are
gonna
you
have to
shocked
do
that
DH
he's played
things.
first base?
What's that?
No, everybody on this team can play everything.
But Wilson Contreras is playing first. I mean, he's banged up now.
Guys,
but
a question about Wilson Contreras really quick. Do you think the pitch off his foot is what hurt him, or that trying to break the bat over his own leg hurt him?
Definitely the pitch.
Because both...
Did he break the bat?
Oh, yeah.
Broke the bat, but he...
Did you see, like, the splinter
just
on that?
above the knee.
That's where you're supposed to hit it at.
It was like... And
I saw both break.
But same leg is where the pitch hit him in the foot. So as he was limping, I was like, I wonder which one hurt worse.
A lot of adrenaline.
And then it rolled when it goes away.
Yeah. So no, Marsh.
No, whatever. What was the question?
Gorman at first base.
Yeah.
No.
You don't read into it?
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that he's playing first base, though?
No, not at all. They play everybody everywhere.
The more you can do.
Mm-hmm. All right. I saw Ivan Herrera in left again today. Did the splits out there.
How'd that work out?
Not well.
He hurt himself.
He almost pulled something.
Anytime
he did. They had to take him out of the game.
Is that why they took him out?
They took him out of the game.
I mean, anytime that he...
I thought they just took him out for a defensive substitution.
No, sir.
Why would they do that? He's fine.
Anytime he plays the field, I think he gets hurt.
Anytime he plays baseball.
No, when he's been DHing, he's been fine.
It's not. It's a good point.
It's a DH.
Nolan Gorman's your DH.
Anthony Marcy wants him at first base.
I never said that. I asked the question.
Contreras is at DH then.
I said, should we read into it? Like maybe they're trying to make a positional change because he can't play third base well. I don't know.
He got to throw at first base sometimes, don't he?
Not as often, though.
We saw Wilson Contreras
Unless you're throwing the ball around the diamond.
I saw him throw it.
Threw it right to the mound.
Yeah.
He got it there.
About 3 hops.
No, I meant to the mound.
Oh, yeah. He right to the mound. He's throwing it back to the pitcher.
Thought he was playing cricket.
Question number 3.
All right, guys.
I wonder. Never mind, I'm sorry. Do people... What the hell? You gotta look at this. What the hell is that?
Somebody from the 618 just did a Photoshop of a dude with a metal bar through his chest and put Anthony's face on the guy.
Oh my God.
Erase that if you sent it, just, for legal purposes.
I don't know if you can.
All right, I'm going to.
I was joking with the guys on the show. I didn't do it.
It's Stalter's fault. He had a vision.
All right, from the 314, was the firing of Mike Schilt the end of the Cardinal way?
No.
When did it end?
When they stopped getting pitchers. When they stopped focusing on pitchers. I realize that everybody thinks that Mike Schilt is baseball, manager god, but when they stopped investing in pitchers, both from a scouting standpoint, drafting them, developing them, signing decent, that was the issue. In my opinion. In others' opinion, Schilt was a god.
The 636 says it's like Mr. Larson with the nail in his head.
Yes. That would be you. That's right. That would be me.
314 says terrible segment, neither sports nor six pack.
Okay. All right, good.
Okay. We're doing good.
Thank you for your observation.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Yep. If you served.
The service of texting, I think.
Thank you for your texting service.
Yeah. Question number 4.
All right, we're finally to question number 4, Anthony. From the 314, are the Rams the only team in the NFC that can beat the Eagles in the playoffs if they stay healthy?
Nope, because the Lions are in that conference.
Had to be the bearer of bad news.
The key there is what they said at the end with the if healthy. If healthy, I mean they gave the Eagles a decent game in Philadelphia last playoff. So I would say they're one of some teams.
They're not healthy now. Their quarterback ain't taking a snap yet.
That's why I said if they're healthy.
They're not going to be healthy.
Damn it, Carey.
Stan back is broke.
I
don't
know.
if it's broke. He got a disc issue, which
it's not good.
Can't even walk straight when you.
If the Packers didn't get waxed last year in Philly, I would say them. But
Jordan Love had a thumb surgery.
Non-throwing. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't need your thumb for anything. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some things.
I think the Lions can still I know that a lot of people are writing off the Lions. I still think they're a really good team. Other than that, I don't know.
I told you who I like.
Yeah,
Question number 5.
Win the NFC.
This next one comes from Simply Box. What's the bigger excitement? Mo stepping aside or the Blues' new season?
Blues' new season.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who isn't excited about that? Those guys are going to be good.
Because we don't even know if Mo stepping aside is going to really solve anything.
I don't know anything. Yeah, I have no idea.
But I do know the Blues are going to be exciting this season.
We hope, right? We think.
No, we know.
We do. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Much.
Question number 6.
We got there? Really?
All right. Speaking of the Blues from the 314, actually, this is from Jam. Jam wants to know, is Jordan Bennington going to be the Blues MVP this year?
Yes.
No. Dylan Holloway.
I think Jordan Bennington has to be the Blues playoff MVP.
Thank you.
I don't know about regular season MVP. I think you have a lot of guys that could be up there. Hopefully they have so many guys that we can talk about it all.
Right here on 101 ESPN and the home of the Blues, Blues Radio Network. All right, we'll come back, wrap up this show next on 101 ESPN. missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast. Available at 101ESPN.com or the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Jamie, what'd you learn today?
I learned that we all have some really weird fears and really weird thoughts about how we're going to die.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to process.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
I learned that Anthony Stalter not only alters some of our favorite songs, which is creepy at times, he also takes meticulous notes as to how each of us think about our death.
Yeah.
And I learned that
I never brought up
Rachita
that.
is not as funny as it was yesterday.
Oh, no.
It's still funny.
Nah.
You'll get there.
Anthony.
Watch the video,
Nah.
maybe. No?
Not as funny. I'm with you. You can scratch me off that list. Yeah. Thank you.
I got you, brother. Jamie, though, burn him to death.
Go ahead.
Marsh, I didn't write anything down on you.
Yeah.
In fairness, I didn't bring up how I thought I was going to die. I just brought up things that scare me, which include dolls.
Yeah.
Which typically do end up killing people when they're in those documentaries.
We've seen the docs. Yep.
Yeah.
Marsh, what'd you learn today?
Well, I learned that there are two people in this room that don't subscribe to the "Why Not Us" slogan, and it's very unfortunate, and it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart, Anthony. And so I'm going to be sad the rest of the day.
I'm sorry, man.
I know.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's on you.
In about 3 weeks, he'll be understanding why it's not us.
Every day then.
Very true.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I went from glass 1/4 full to now glass half empty.
Somehow that it does work. Because you can go from 1/4 to a half. Now the way you put it, I mean,
Yeah.
That's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just damn it, I got more water.
Let's just leave it out in the universe.
Yeah. What I learned was when you share some horrifying visions with some of your best friends, at least one of them will create an even more horrifying experience or vision. One in which he's standing over you, pulling something out.
Yeah,
He's trying to do a service for you.
Yeah. Not the way you phrased it. Marsh?
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
All right, our third star of the day goes out to Fractions. Of course. Second star of the day goes out to Photoshop or whatever that texter used to paint. Maybe it's Microsoft Paint. Who knows? But an artist.
An artist nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. And our first star of the day, of course, goes out to our biggest fear.
Good job, guys. Some people hated this show today, but I think we unearthed a lot, uncovered a lot of things.
Yeah.
Shared a few laughs, cried a little.
Yeah.
Talked about tears.
Oh, yeah.
And where the Cardinals fit in those tears. How much they make us tear up. That was your whole thing, right, Carey? The tears? Cardinals have a lot of tears.
Oh, that's a different tier. It's spelled differently. Yeah, they're in the last.
You know how I am with spelling on things.
It's okay.
Appreciate everybody listening today via the... See, it's still funny to Jamie.
It is. It'll never not be.
Appreciate everybody listening today.
I'll let you kill me.
I got notes
I'll
on
be
that.
burning to death laughing.
You will for at least 2 minutes until you pass out. Excruciating pain, though.
But you'll remember me laughing.
See you.